Going live. You are going live. You're live.
We're live. Right.
Ta-da! We are in fact live.
Good. Okay. Will this be the torrent video? No. Oh no. Oh, the first thing that I'm seeing in the chat is all the videos that I've not made yet that I'm supposed to have made. They're in progress. Where is the camera today? It's up there. So yes, it's in progress. Hello everyone from far away. Welcome to Room Cam. Let's make it a good one with a good cider. That's the plan. We're caffeinating first. We need to pick a place to stand. We hadn't actually planned where we were going to stand, but yeah, the sound's going to be a bit weird today because we've got just a room mic here, and we've done what we can, but the volume is going to change a bit depending on where we're standing in the room. So
I've also just realised something that we'll probably need to do because we have a lot more game this week.
Oh yeah, music. Yeah. There we go. I have feet. Yes, I do in fact have feet. I'm not actually a snake person. I have, however, I've realised today that I've worn extremely inappropriate clothes for being on film. I've got just black trousers on and what's supposed to be a black t-shirt. So, yeah, I am now just a cardboard cutout. Welcome, Martin Page, to Room Cam. So, yes, very weird sound is, yeah. This is the best we could do. What we need is a dual wireless mic system, but a dual wireless mic system is like £300, and I'm like, I don't want to spend £300 on the podcast right now, if I'm honest.
No.
So yes.
Just make it a Patreon tier.
No.
Yes.
We'll get one at some point. Yeah, I'm just waiting for one to come up at a good price, basically. Or possibly even just a second Wireless Go single, because I've got a Wireless Go already, and if I got a second one of those, you could plug two of them into a system. That would also work. So, that is another option. I could probably pick one of those up for about £100, maybe. And that, I'm like, okay, I'd pay £100 to solve the mic problem. Because, yeah, what we need is two wireless lapel mics right now, but we've only got one, so yeah. Anyway, so what are we doing today? Today I'm not a snake person. That's exactly what a snake person would say. This is true, Treblane. What's up, Trev? How you doing?
I am not a reptilian.
Yeah.
I am not an overlord.
Did I have a good LAN party? I did. I had a really good time at LAN Raiders last week. It was a very good time. Before we start discussing things, I'll talk about today's setup and topic on what we're doing. Got a good space there. Indeed. The shelving and stuff, it's a work in progress. But yeah, I kind of wanted to get the root. So what we're doing today is...
We forgot something very important.
What have we forgotten that's important?
The door.
Oh, right, yes, the door. Yeah, the front lights as well. So today, I keep looking over there because that's where the camera normally is. It's up there. So today we have a standing desk frame, which I've got back here. How's that?
A standing desk frame, which was discovered to be a frame 2 hours ago.
Yes. Oh. This is like 20 kilograms, this box, by the way. It's bloody heavy. So FlexiSpot sent me a standing desk for review.
Desk frame.
Desk frame. So yes, firstly, it was revealed to me by Caradog about 2 hours ago that this does not, in fact, have a countertop in it. You're surprised, I know. So, hang on a sec. I am Untech. The previous live streams hope you survived your flight to Hawaii. Awesome. Thank you very much for the $5 Canadian. Enjoy. So we've got one of these. They sent me this for review. And what I want to do for the review video, this is not the review video, this is the research for the review, per se. What I want to do is I want to try and set this up as my main repair bench. And then this will become a presentation bench for stuff like the podcast. And so what we're doing this week is we're going to push all of this to one side, build this, and set up the bench on it. And that's what we're doing. And basically, so then when I actually make the review video for this, I'll already have it built, and I can then talk about it and say, here's some B-roll footage of Caradog and I building this. We did it live on the podcast. And this is what we discovered while we were building it, and stuff like that. So this is the build video. This is the build section. So we can take our time, look it over, and be like, oh, this is good, this is bad. So when I come to do the review on it, I've got a rough idea of what I'm going to say in said review. So yes. So that's the plan. That's what we're doing today. You, a peasant, a standing desk. Me, an intellectual, unlectern. So yes. So Ducani is like, would never have guessed there's no friend. Look, Caradog was extremely mocking of me as well, and
I was not.
You were.
I was not.
But
I was at best mildly mocking.
Yes, you were derisive. However, the thing is, because this has been in shipping for like a month, and when it showed up through the door, in my brain, while I'm busy doing work in the shop during a weekday in the shop where I'm usually rushed off my feet, in my brain, my brain said, the standing desk has arrived. Move forward with standing desk project. It didn't occur to me that there's no countertop in a box this large. And then Caradog was just like, where's the rest of it? And I was like, what do you mean the rest of it? That's it. It's in the box. It's flat pack. And he's like, no. Yeah. So we found some wood and we've cut some wood to size. So we've got a thing. We've got a thing going for it. Oh, autofocus is being a dick.
Really?
Yeah.
I was going to say, it shouldn't make any difference whatsoever, given the amount of aperture closing, but fine.
Possibly, yeah. We might need to adjust that.
It's fine. It is why we made sure another camera was plugged in.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Hang on a sec. What's it doing?
I'll tweak it in 2 seconds.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to bring up. Where's the full screen preview gone? I'm just going to get our full screen preview back up just so we can see what's going on. Right, focus is all over the place. Apparently, we'll find out in a moment. Is constantly shifting. The preview looks fine. Oh yeah, there it goes. It just hunted. Yeah, it's hunting now and then. Yeah.
It basically shouldn't have anything to hunt.
Yeah, that's it. Because we've got it set up to have the entire room in focus. So I'm not sure why it's hunting.
Yeah, it'll be the face detection.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
You'll just be swapping between the two.
Fine.
Oh yeah. The wood dust.
Yes. We cut the bench in. Oh yeah, it's just hunted again. Yeah, we're fixing it.
Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, we cut the length of wood in the shop, so now the entire shop is covered in about 10,000 millimeters of wood dust. Ben Laird, thank you for the fiver. How you doing, my dude? Welcome back. All right. Okay, we're now going to fix the thing.
Have a face cam.
Yeah. I'm just gonna selfie cam. Hang on a sec. I'm holding my coffee by the hot bit at the moment. All right. You're drunk anyway, no problem. Fair enough. I'm just going to selfie cam for the next 10 seconds now. So this is odd. Here's Caradog fixing the thing. So yeah. This is our highly professional stream this week. As a special treat, we'll actually start working on the project.
Hold on. What?
Is Caradog doing the thing?
Oh!
All right, he's making Sigurd of Katarina noises.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because I forgot that we swapped lenses.
Yeah.
So none of the settings are where I thought they were.
Ah, yes. We went through about 3 different lenses while we were messing around, including Caradog's. It is a 180-degree field of view, isn't it? What's the millimeter length of it again? I don't understand.
The millimeter of the fisheye is something like 8.
It's an 8mm fisheye lens. We were testing with it earlier on. So yeah, people watching the street. Yeah. Sometimes there are randos outside. That happens. Shop is bigger. Yes, indeed. So this is some uncommon views of the shop because I still haven't done the 100,000 subscriber special video. Because this is supposed to be all secret because I wanted to do the subscriber special video before showing off the shop. But as I figured it this week, I was like, well, the people who show up to the podcast are kind of the diehard fans. So I'm like, I think you guys get a sneak preview, But if you're a channel subscriber or a Twitch premium or a Patreon, you get to see all the super behind the scenes stuff where you get to see everything. So that's a thing, by the way. So yeah. This shop used to be a hair salon before I was in here. So yeah. Woman thinking about this, the casted couch. Yeah. Right. I think we're about to switch over again. We're in studio mode at the moment. Transition!
Pow!
There we go. Now I just like an idiot holding this up in front of me.
To be... Sorry. Alas, poor Yorick.
Well, what we have to... If I'm doing... What we could... This could be a YouTube apology video, in which case what I need to be doing is actually holding it like this, so it's looking up my nose. Because everyone doing selfie cam has to hold their phone down here, so it's staring up their nostrils. And even professionals do this, and I don't understand why. Right.
Is it not the thing to, just kind of...
I guess, yeah. I mean, I sort of do that, yeah.
My chest!
My bloody chest. My outfit. 1,000 points to hit anyone who knows that reference. Anyway, right. I'm going to start unboxing this. We probably should have actually had a look in here just to check what we were dealing with, but
no,
that's cheating, isn't it? Yeah.
Absolutely. Also, do you know what we do need?
What do we need? The screwdriver. Yeah, that'll probably help.
Big screwdriver.
Yeah. As a special treat, I might use a knife to open the box as well, instead of a Phillips #2 screwdriver.
Oh God. Clearly not a professional unboxing channel.
The Phillips #2 might be sharper than my knife is, so.
All right. Used to be.
Yeah, I've got spare blades. It's just I don't change them out very often. So, strap a GoPro on my forehead 24/7. Yeah. I would consider that if I could do a decent wireless GoPro setup, but wireless cameras are surprisingly difficult. And I feel like they shouldn't be, because I feel like we have the technology for it. But yeah. Let's see. Did I get a new repair book sold on Amazon? I was offered... Yeah. Oh, I was still in the forward, was I? Interesting. Yeah. I was offered the book. The chap who wrote that book did reach out to me and ask me if I could review it. And I politely declined because... to be brutally honest, I don't have time to read very carefully through a book and actually read everything that's in it and confirm or deny the accuracy of it and put my name to said accuracy. So I was very proud to have been named as one of the inspirations behind this book. For context, who was the author of the book? Can someone remind me who the chap's name was? I've forgotten off the top of my head. I was very flattered to have inspired him to do it. However, as I say, I didn't want to read through it because, as I say, I'm not the best out there. I know Soren got a copy, and I feel like Soren is probably much more suited for this. But yeah, as I say, I don't have time to go through and do a proper review of that book and verify the information in it. So I politely was just like, I really appreciate this, but this requires a time commitment for me to actually verify it before I approve of it. Otherwise, I'm just because any influencer who I don't know if Soren has read that book cover to cover, but he should have before he endorsed it, because this is how influencers get trapped. This is how whenever you hear an influencer who had their name on a project that went spectacularly wrong, they didn't read it cover to cover. I'm smarter than that, if I'm honest. Now, I'm sure it's absolutely fine. However, I don't have the free time in my life to actually go through it all and verify it all. That's the thing. So yeah, Soren liked it. Don't think he read it. Yeah, that's the thing. I
see. What you do is you farm off that responsibility to people in the Discord who get paid for their day job to do such things.
Yeah, potentially. Now, again, to be clear, I'm sure that the book is great, and I'm sure that there's nothing wrong with it. But as I say, I'm not going to endorse it if I haven't read it cover to cover, and I haven't read it.
Because it also just feels disingenuous in the endorsement.
Exactly that.
Because if you've not actually used the product, how can you say whether it's any good? Kind of thing.
I skimmed through the PDF version of it and read through a couple of things. I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. That looks good. Yeah, this makes sense. Yeah, this looks pretty good. But again, that took me 5 minutes. But actually reading it cover to cover and going through it and going, is this accurate? Yes. What is this statement? Is this accurate? I don't have time in my life, if I'm brutally honest. So yeah, that's the honest truth as to why I haven't mentioned it. So yeah, I'm sure it's fine, but yeah, that's that. I'm going to start. What are we going to do? We should clear the bench first, shouldn't we? That was what we were going to do.
Yes, I feel like moving this over that way,
yeah,
and then doing this on this bench over there kind of makes sense from camera angles.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Okay.
So if we rotate this like that, so it's out of the way.
Yeah.
But then use this end of it in the field of that camera. It makes most sense to me.
So we hadn't taken down the entirety of this desk yet because I wanted you guys to see the layout of the room as it is normally. And because normally you guys obviously see the cropped in view. Normally the camera is here like this. And so obviously now you guys are seeing the big picture and the way the bench is normally set up. And usually when we're doing the podcast, we have this monitor out like this, which gives us a wider angle into the desk. And it means that we can both see one of the screens with the chat on it. So that's the normal setup. We left this set up just so you guys could see what we were starting off with before we started. So now we've done that, we're going to tear all of this down. So yeah, let's do that, shall we?
What size is that iMac you've got?
That iMac, that is a 20, I think it's 21 and a half.
Okay.
It's a 24-inch class computer, but it's got massive hecking bezels on it. So I think the actual screen size is 21 and a half. It looks bigger than 21 and a half, but I think if you actually put a tape measure up to it.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
So I was just working out what size of screen we'd need over there to be able to read chat.
Yeah.
And for me, we'd need the 30-inch.
Yeah, absolutely. Like
because
I can just about read that from here, but we only get like 8 lines of chat, which is
I am
not
at the
very
point
useful.
where I can see that there are words.
Yeah.
But I cannot tell you what the words are.
Have you considered putting on your glasses?
Yes, but I'm just saying if we were doing the normal
Yeah.
setup, we'd need to go larger because that's the point I'm at here.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. So yes, it's only 80 pages. Yeah, that's fair. But I have a lot of stress in my life. Like I say, like, am I being lazy? Maybe, but
it's also just a case of knowing what you can commit to.
Yeah.
Knowing what you can actually commit to and complete is a shockingly missing skill for a lot of people.
I've got 80 unread emails in my inbox right now. I should be reading those.
Already?
Yeah, I'm trying to keep up. I'm trying to keep up. Yeah, but I'm trying to keep up while doing, I'm not fast at my job. So trying to keep up with my job and doing the emails and making videos and shooting videos and thinking about what we're going to do on the podcast and being social. This is why I'm tired all the time. And this is why I don't get stuff done, Okay. So now, this is not to say that that is a tall order. I'm sure there's people out there that could quite easily manage that with no problems. However, they are more productive people than I am. So it's a case of, it doesn't matter if someone else is capable of doing that. I am not capable of doing that. So yeah, I'm doing my best, basically. So 80 pages of emails. Hire some extra hands. Yes. Apprentice. Yeah. Is the strategy for that? Probably not this year because I've left it too late, I think. But
no, because apprenticeships don't run to the school year. They run from whenever you hire them to whenever they stop being an apprentice.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
It's just obviously you'll get most starting in September because they finish school in the July.
Mm.
They'll take a month off. Then they'll find something, kind of thing.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Also, was that Spud?
Yes.
Some more. Hire extra something.
Hire some extra hands.
Yes.
With clapping emojis between. Yeah. Hire some extra. Anyway, but yes, I part of me is really tempted to be like, Spud, do you want a job? but I can't afford Spud Nuggets, so like at minimum wage, I can't afford someone. I need to grow the business that bit more to afford someone's wages as well.
Yeah.
There is the scope for that, just not yet. But that's why apprentice is my strategy moving forward, because an apprentice costs almost nothing because of subsidies.
Yeah.
So it means I get to train someone up, and the government pays for most of it, by one means or another. You know.
Yeah.
So. Cool. Right. So.
Are we going to take this off the bench, or are we just going to move the bench, put it on, and then take it off when there's a built bench to put it onto?
I think we should take the monitors off. Well, we could probably just rest everything on the bench. So, oh man, yeah. I'm having second thoughts about that now, because that means like unscrewing them all and all the rest of it. Do you reckon we can move this in situ? How much of this is screwed in? Very little, actually. This is mostly held up through interference.
So we couldn't just lift.
We can, it'll just wobble madly. But that's okay, it can do that. It can wobble. Let's try it.
Okay. I'm going to move this capture card out of the way.
Yep, let's move the last few bits, and I will unplug the bench. Move that over to there.
Since talking about the XL1 like a month ago,
Yeah.
have you had any reason to use it yet?
Intermittently, but not enough to actually make a review video yet.
Yeah.
Because the last couple of what?
Thanks, YouTube. I'm now live.
Hey. Oh, that reminds me. I need to see if the new Discord bot actually fired a live notification or not.
I don't think so.
I don't think it would have. No, I think it just throwed up the schedule notification.
Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah, that's fair. That's what I expected.
Yeah, he did not do a live. I did a live.
Yeah, that's fair. I wasn't expecting it to do a live notification. It just would have been cool if it did. What were we going to say? Oh yes, the XL1. Yeah. The past couple of no-post desktop computers I've had in have been the job has been a bust. Not because it didn't get fixed, but it was like I did a BIOS reset and it came good, and I'm just like, that's not a video.
Yeah.
I'm not making a video where it was fixed with a BIOS reset. And unless there was some other journey to get to that point. So yeah, as such, although I have been using it infrequently, there's been nothing that's actually worthy of note. Right, you can pass me that one. I'll just take this one out of the picture. Right. You can probably churn out some machines real fast. Maybe. Chiller repair ahead. Maybe. Yeah, we're researching that in the background at the moment. So yes.
Yeah, it depends on other people's availability more so than ours specifically. So
yeah.
It's a case of it's a project that will move at their pace.
Yes. Okay.
So where's that plugged in?
This and the other one are on here, which is unplugged, so that will just drag now.
And where's this go? Oh, that's in there.
Oh yeah, that goes back to there. Hang on, so I can just
lift that off?
Yeah.
Yeah. Before we start walking and suddenly...
Yeah, I forgot we were tied down from 2 points. That's coming with us because it's the network cable. That can just pull back to there, and everything else will just move. Right, I have no idea what's about to happen, or if we can or if this is actually liftable. So let's find out. So what do we do? Are we going?
Well, we're lifting it up, seeing if it falls apart.
Okay.
And then we're gonna go over this way. I think. Yeah. I am just gonna move your laptop first.
Understandable.
Just so it doesn't become inaccessible.
Yep.
There you
go. Right. Extension plug strip. extension strip plugged into extension strip. Not too badly. There is one case of that on this bench. However, this bench does actually go back to 3 wall sockets. So it is actually balanced reasonably well.
They're also low draw devices.
Yeah, the highest draw device on here is the hot air station at 650 watts. But like a single plug will take 3 kilowatts. So yeah, there's nothing on here that's particularly problematic. But it is set up that if I did actually have a lot of stuff plugged in at the same time, it'd still be okay. Right, lifting?
No.
What's not working there?
This side piece of wood did not lift.
Oh yeah, that drooped down. Yeah, okay. Right, so what I'll do, we'll just remove this, because there's only one screw holding this on.
Oh, very well.
Which I just realised, so...
Very well.
It's a leg, basically. This desk was originally designed to be an L shape, which is why it's a bit janky these days. Right, okay, so we're doing that. Right?
Yeah, basically.
Bit of deja vu, yeah. Okay. That's it. How are we doing? Alright, that seems to be going to plan. I'm going to take that off. I'm going to take that off. I'm going to take that off.
What?
I'm not taking that off. Still good?
I'm fine.
Alright. Okay, right, so how far do we want to go?
Stay. Depends how much.
Because my end goal by the end of my end goal long term would be to have this bench like there or something. But I'm not sure. I haven't really thought this through very much, if I'm honest.
Very well.
What are we actually trying to achieve here?
I thought we were going to put this here.
Yeah, full length, so we have the full room
So we
available.
have all of that space available for that.
Yeah, will the camera see over that properly if it's back here? Is that not going to be in the way of stuff and things?
Yeah, but we were going to do the stuff on the table and then move behind it.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Effectively.
Yep, very well. Let's try that. You can always move it again. All right, so we're going to swing right into there now.
Yeah, and then towards me, effectively.
Okay, right, here we go then.
Okay.
Open Gangnam Style.
If you say so.
Very well.
Okay.
That's not too bad for under the desk. I was expecting worse. Right.
Yes, because it effectively means that we do stuff here and it's slightly larger in the frame.
Hello, code door. Right, okay. Let's check chat. That will surely have helpful advice. Good. Right.
Grab the other end of the box.
Got it.
And we'll just go on to the edge here whilst we're unboxing.
Okay.
That was the plan whilst unboxing, was you could stand here and go, huh?
Yes.
See?
Okay, right.
I was giving you a space that made sense.
Yes. Right, let's put this stuff. Put that there. That's nothing. Okay, right, so.
Instructions.
Right. This works. Okay, we've got instruction manuals. We've got 2 big feet. So that's obviously the bottom bit because they've got feet on the bottom of them. Those are
Height adjustable, slightly.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So you can balance
Tilt. Yeah.
So instead of having to stuff bits of cardboard and wood under one end,
I could have a setup that's not jank. Very
fingers
well.
crossed. I feel like that's the plan.
Yes. Right. We've got this. That's some kind of bracer bar, I assume. We'll find out what that is at some point. We've got a box.
It appears to go in the middle.
Oh, this has got the electrics in it. Right, screws and stuff. We've got a power supply. We've got a 52 watt power supply. 29 volts, 1.8 amps. That's an odd voltage, 29 volts.
Yeah.
That goes in like that. And that's just got a figure of 8 on it. And appropriate wiring. And we've got the control panel that's got up, down, and 4 memory positions. And it's got an infrared thing. So I assume that it's possible to have, that might be an LCD screen actually, just to display a number.
If it isn't, I want to control it from my phone.
Yeah, I was going to say, if that's actually infrared, then that would be very, very funny. So yes, that'd be interesting. We'll look more into that. Okay, so electronics. Okay, then we've got...
I'm impressed by how not cramped that stuff feels.
Yeah, it sure is heavy enough.
Yeah.
Here is one of the main up bars, which has got big old electric motor on it. It is geared, yeah. I assumed it would have some kind of pulley system internally, but yeah, no, that's just got a gearbox. And yeah, so that must go over to drive a gearbox on the other one. So yeah, it's done by... Yeah, and that's got a plug that goes into the electronic box. So that's the entirety of the electrics. It's just a big-ass electric motor. That's impressive. I assumed there'll be some kind of pulley system or something. Not that I would know, but yeah. This is a Flexi Spot EFB1.
Russell.
It is available on Amazon UK. Can someone... well, don't buy this yet. We haven't tested this. This might be crap for all we know.
Oh, there is approximately some seepage.
Oh yeah. I mean, I imagine in manufacturing they probably have some spray grease and stuff.
However,
yeah, there's the other thing, and we've got some more crossbars and stuff. There you go. Right.
Oh, I see. It, I presume, pushes out this bit from the bottom.
Okay, yeah. Right. Time to read the instructions. Specifications. So, the max weight capacity of this thing is 70 kilograms. I assume that means it can actually, lift 70 kilograms. And before we started today, we did some quick sort of napkin maths just to be like, is that a lot? I don't know. And we figured the monitors that I've got over there are Dell monitors, and we figured they were 2.5 kilograms?
3.5 kilos.
3.5 kilos each. So if we pretend that a monitor is 5 kilograms, it's not. But let's pretend that it's 5 kilograms. 2 monitors and an arm mount setup. So that's 10 kilograms of monitors at 5 each, and let's pretend that we've got another 5 kilograms in the arm mount, which we don't, but let's pretend. So 15 kilograms for the monitors. Then my hot air station is, say, 2 kilograms. DC power supply, 2 kilograms or so. So let's say we've got another 5 in there. Let's say we've got another 5 kilograms of other odd knickknacks on the bench. So that's another 15. So we've got, let's pretend, about 30 kilograms of stuff on the bench. Let's round that up to 40 kilograms just to be safe and for whatever else I've got on the bench. So at this point, we're saying that we're going to put 40 kilograms of weight on the bench. Then the wood itself has weight. And we reckon that was going to be, 15 to 20 kilograms tops? Less than.
Yeah, it was more like maybe 10.
Yeah, okay. So the bit of wood we've got is maybe 10 kilograms, we reckon. So all in all, we reckon that we're probably going to be loading this thing up with maybe 50 kilograms.
Yeah.
And that's we're rounding all these numbers up by a kilogram at a time. So it's not going to be that much. But our napkin mass was that we would put maybe 50 kilograms on this bench, and it can do up to 70. So by that token, 70 so yeah, where did I just spot it? Someone just spotted. I saw someone just then say only 70. Artie Not said only 70. However, it's a case of when you actually do the maths, that's fine. Actually, I'm sure there's desks out there that can do a lot more than that.
Yeah.
But the question is do we need it to do more than that? The other question is
that you need another maybe 20 kilos of capacity if you've got big, heavy desktops.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I suppose if you were putting your tower up there as well. For this, bearing in mind as well, though, this frame is designed to take a 1.6 or
1.6 by 90 was the maximum sizes they suggested for the countertop.
Yeah, it was intended.
And obviously you can scale those as you wish, effectively.
So, given the size that they've said that you should put on here, and again, if we didn't have the repair equipment, you could put a desktop on there. It sounds about right, to be honest. More expensive ones will probably go higher, but is 70 static or 70 to operate it up and down? Not sure is the answer to that. We're going to find out, basically.
I would presume, based purely on handling the stuff, that if you put it to the lowest height, it would take more.
Yeah,
it would
by
be
virtue of the fact that
140 kilos.
Yeah, by virtue of the fact that it can't collapse any further.
Yeah.
So we reckon that the loading should be absolutely fine, is our theory. So we're going to load it up and basically just see if it can do it, basically. Now, the other thing that we did just point out is this is a consumer unit, and I'm going to try and use it in a workshop environment. So that, I think, is putting it through its paces. And that's what the subject of the video review of this is going to be, is can you just buy a consumer electric standing desk and expect to use it for your electronics lab?
Yeah.
And then, because what I want to do is sometimes I want to stand and sometimes I want to sit down, because sometimes I'm just taking the back cover off of a laptop to get the hard drive out of it for backing up. In which case, I don't want to sit down and assume the position. I just want to go blah on the bench.
Which is why this is an actually really awkward height.
Yeah, and this table is really bad for that. Whereas if I'm going to sit down and actually start working on a laptop seriously, I'm going to sit down, and in which case, this bench is an appropriate height. It's a compromise height, though. Whereas the standing desk, I could obviously change it to be whatever height I want. That's the point.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what we're looking to find out today. And if FlexiSpot's desk is actually any good, then they're the ones that I'll pimp and be like, yeah, I bought this FlexiSpot desk and it was really good. So that's what we're going to find out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Oh yeah, I was reading the instructions.
I was going to say, assuming just under a doubling of height, it'll take the desk up to about there.
Yeah, what does it say? Maximum height is 1200 mil, 1.2 meters, which is 1.2 meters. Is that?
Guessing very roughly off of that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was off
not far off the mark.
That much.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'd be here.
Yeah.
So the sternum level.
Yeah. So, and actually, I wouldn't want it that high. So that's plenty high enough.
Yeah.
So I don't even need to take it up to maximum height, which is nice, because I don't really like having things at their maximum extension.
No.
Especially if it's a cheap version, because it's at its maximum extension, I would expect to see a little bit of tilt on it, where it's, kind of like that mic stand when we extended that up to full height earlier on. It started going, ooh, So,
what's going on down here?
So yes. Okay, right. Let's see. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, if I not to put an onus on you, Spud, but if you want to look it up on Amazon or something like that, feel free to throw a link to other people. And to be honest, someone do an affiliate link with the bot in the Discord. So, okay, right. Step 1: install the desk feet with 4 E screws. Step 2: do the cross beams. All right. Has this got multiple languages in it? No, it's actually quite a lot to it. Okay, fair enough. Right, I'm going to start doing this. Here we go.
Oh God. All of the additional commands that are now in the server from Dino.
Oh yeah, I hadn't actually looked much. I thought I turned most of it off, because when I put in a Discord bot, the first thing I do is switch off all of the features that I'm not specifically wanting.
The fun module is disabled in this server.
That's one way to put it.
The fun module is disabled in this server.
Well, now I feel bad.
I can be fun, he says.
For context, I changed the bots that we use in our Discord recently because I wanted to get rid of Me6 because A, Me6 are on the NFT bandwagon and fuck NFTs. And two, Me6 wasn't actually doing anything that I wanted it to do. Its Twitch notifications are balls slow. And the YouTube notification was adequate, but yeah, the Twitch notification was too slow. And I was like, I want a different moderation bot, and I want a better Twitch notification bot. So I may as well just ditch Me6 and get different bots. So we swapped out to new bots, and we've now got Dino back in there. Dino is a really good bot. However, it has a lot of features on there that I don't want switched on by default, including the fun module. There will be no fun. Right. Acquiring e-bolts.
No. Yes.
That's a fan screw. I'm going to grab my... You're right there, Carrot Dog.
Oh my god! The referral bot does not appear to function on mobile.
Oh.
Or at least, if it does, I can never use it.
Yeah, use the
It just
laptop
fails.
wherever the laptop went.
Oh,
Yeah. Right, I shall use my my Proxon screwdriver set, which is got the big screwdriver stuff in it. Right, what is this? Not H6. 5. Right, so Spud Nugget has already done it.
Guess what? Spud is competent.
Yep. You were too slow.
There we go.
Slow.
Oh, do I?
Slow.
Oh, it's us.
Too slow.
Am I allowed to post links as me?
You're a mod in the chat, aren't you? If not, just promote yourself.
Maybe? I don't know. I legitimately can't tell.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not, just say something in chat and promote yourself to moderator.
There we go.
Oh, yes, no, you're not a moderator. Yep. There we go.
You may now moderate the stuff that you...
Yeah. Right.
There we go. Sorted.
Am I
Fine.
even in shot? Yes, I am.
Yes.
Good. All right. So
Are
yeah.
you in the room?
Well, yes, but like, am I doing the subject of the video? Am I just hiding in a corner over here, screwing something together down here? You know.
You would have to be so far in a weird place.
Look, we're doing a different setup today. It's a bit different to usual.
Yeah.
I don't like change.
The other thing that would be nice is, and I still think we should do, is when we do actually get a slightly more permanent setup, is set the camera to 4K 60.
You pass me the other.
Oh no, you don't have 4K 60 capture, do you?
No, it's not.
Oh
4K...
wait, no, you can. We can use the XR1. We could use the XR1 as the cam.
Didn't we decide the XR1 couldn't do 4K 60?
Should be able to do, I think. Oh no, it's the Pro that can.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. We didn't have the Pro one. We had the poor man's one.
Damn it.
Yeah,
Just because I was thinking it'd be really nice to capture in 4K 60 out of the camera,
yeah,
then zoom it to 1080p.
yeah.
Just because then we can scrub a 1080p window around inside that frame
Yeah.
and have 50% punch in,
Yeah,
effectively.
maybe. Yeah, we could do.
Just because it makes repositioning while sat at the desk possible.
Yes.
That was all.
Yeah, it would be nice to have that option available.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll consider this because like 4K 60 capture isn't mega expensive. Like I think an Elgato 4K 60 card is like 120, 150, something like
If you're
that.
buying that, I kind of feel like you should go for the 4K, the the dual 4K 60 one at like 200.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable. But again, that's not a king's ransom for what it does.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't really want to spend £300 on a mic because I've got lots of mics already.
Yeah.
However, something that actually gives us true 4K capture, because we don't have 4K capture at the moment.
Yeah.
Or wait, no.
We don't have 4K 60 capture.
Yeah, we've got 4K 30 capture. Yeah. Although, yeah.
Just having it would be handy.
Yeah.
But it's also a case of selling the XR1.
Yeah.
Once finished looking at it all.
Yeah.
Possibly selling the Elgato. The AverMedia HD that's in there, and replacing the AverMedia that's in there with the Elgato 4K 60.
Yeah, that's an option. Yeah.
And then getting the new XR1.
Yeah. Because most of the capture cards I've got are quite sellable because they're very, very appropriate for game streamers who don't need 4K.
Yeah.
Because you don't stream at 4K. You just don't.
Yeah.
Every now and then someone's just like, I want to start streaming and I'm going to stream at 4K. No, don't.
Yeah.
Don't stream at 4K.
The
you
only
idiot.
time I'd accept that is if they also said, and I'm streaming on YouTube.
Yeah, even then, no one is watching you in 4K. You know.
The only thing is that you'd need to stream at 4K if you were an ultra wide. If you had an ultra wide monitor or something, you'd need to stream in 4K to actually get 1440p effectively, because the way the windows are restricted.
And your bitrate would need to be like 15, 20 megs minimum.
Yeah.
So which basically means you need to be on gigabit synchronous, which I suppose is actually doable these days. Like a year ago or so, that was a pipe dream, but actually gigabit synchronous in the UK is actually not absurd anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It depends where you live. Like Bournemouth has had gigabit synchronous in various places for about 10 years now.
Can I have that beam that you were
This
looking
one?
at? Yep. Right. This can be loose or it can be stretch, according to the instructions.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
Are you neither loose nor stretch, Caradog?
I am uncertain as to the implications of answering this question.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Therefore, new topic of conversation. What's fabulous weather we're having?
What's going on in the chat? Let's see. I think I would need a dedicated capture card for 4K60. Mostly music. Yeah. You'd get a DIY something out of old car lifts. Yeah, that could be done if you have access to that kind of thing. Is this the Logitech webcam? No, we're currently on Caradog's Canon. Right, how the hell does this thing work again? Oh, all four of those needs to loosen.
Oh, because that effectively sets the width.
It goes loose and then it stretches. And yes, it does seem to stretch. Oh yeah, so we could actually make this. Oh, it has a max. Well, I'm just going to set that to max.
Yeah.
Because why wouldn't I?
Well, especially as we cut that to 1.8.
Yeah. We have cut an over-length piece of wood to put on top of this just to test an extreme, basically. Well, not an extreme, but a large.
Yeah, to test something ever so slightly over its specification.
Like this is supposed to have like a 1.6 meter wide countertop. Yeah. We've gone for 180.
1.8.
Yeah, we've gone for 1.8 to get as close. Just to be like. And if we put the 1.8 on there and it works, then we can be like, yeah, you can oversize these things slightly.
However, obviously, you are outside of specification. Do not expect support. Do not expect a warranty.
Quite so. However, yeah, if we put this on and it's really not appropriate, then their specification is actually bang on the money.
Yeah.
So, right. Okay, so this now goes with the tabs pointing in. So thank you. That's actually that's coming all the way out to there.
Yeah,
which is rad. Like, wide is good. Like my biggest concern about this, my biggest concern about this whole thing is that it would be too small. Because this 1.6 doesn't sound very big when like I want 2 meter long desks.
Yeah,
that's my idea of a long desk. So yeah. I'll get some screws in this to hold it in place and then we can just see what I've actually set it to. What are we looking for here? Fs.
Does this just drop in from the top?
I guess. Yes, it does.
Okay. Yes, the bottom bit is threaded.
Threaded.
Yes. Can I have another? Is that my one?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
No, need to swap back to the other one.
No. Oh.
Marks off for having two different sizes of screw heads on this, which is annoying. Right.
There you go.
Right, I haven't tightened these down. I've just put them in so they're in.
Yeah.
There we go. So that actually has some stability now. Right. So what length has that gone to? Ooh. Seems pricey as you have to supply your own countertop. Standing desks are expensive, man. Basically.
Stay.
Eh. Right. So what's
We have got to 129.
129? Okay. Yeah. Fine. So if we extend out to 1.8, just so we can see where we're going to be.
1.8 is there.
Okay, so that's a reasonable amount of overhang. You know, like again, as long as you're not sitting on the end of the desk, which you wouldn't.
Yeah.
And like I would wager, depending on the type of countertop you're using, you may or may not be able to have your tower sitting on the end of it, overhanging. If you've got like kitchen countertop on there, that's going to be fine.
Yeah.
If you've got the board we're using, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, hypothetically, that's considering it's designed for 1.6. If you had 1.6 on there, you'd have almost no overhang. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, because what did we say? It was 120.
Yeah.
Yeah, 129.
Yeah. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Okay. Right. Okay. So we need my rod. Cool. Right. So the rod goes in. So
What's that?
we loosen that.
Oh, good. Okay.
Rotary insert and then insert the other end. So this has got a there's a name for this kind of join. It's like a dog clutch or something like that.
I was going to say, do you want to wave it at the camera?
Yeah, I'll set. Nice rod. So it's got one of those on it. There you go. You can see what's going on in that. So it's it's got some interlocking teeth. So yes. So that just fits into there. It's plastic, but I trust that it can take the strain on that. And that goes all the way up to there. Oh, and it needs to turn slightly. Can it do that? It can. I can just manually rotate that. There we go. That went in with a nice clonk. Rotary insert, and then... yeah, there's a grub screw that tightens there. So that presumably will need to tighten.
Yeah,
I'll let you turn it.
there.
Alright, that's pretty small. Let's go down to the 2.5.
Hi.
There we go, tighten that down. That went in really far, actually. That's going to stop that jumping out, though, for sure. I feel like I actually over-tightened that. Yeah, this seems like you can over-tighten it, because I've tightened that in, and it's actually bent the tooth up slightly. So I'm actually... Yeah, that just didn't... I was only doing that by hand as well, so yeah. I think that's you're not supposed to tighten it, you're just supposed to drop it in there, just so it can't jump teeth or something. Cool. All right. What's next? Oh, also I'm supposed to use this to tighten the thing, I think, so...
Oh, to tighten this.
Yeah. I'll give that a bit of a...
You
this
twisted
nut
this.
need tightened by wrench. Yeah, don't know how far to tighten it, but that seems appropriate. Yeah, again, that's got a plastic insert. We'll see how much that jumps out by.
Yeah.
Like, I think you need a lot of force to damage these plastics, but like
they're quite large.
Yeah,
they are well sized.
Yes. However, also I can imagine there's going to be a lot of torque on this bar.
Yeah.
So yeah, for what it's doing. Okay, so now we have the top mounts. So there's those two strips. And I need C. Monkey tightness required. Yes. Check the legs are both the same level. Yes. They are both at their maximum retraction.
Or at least a rotation less than less than that maximum rotation, because we twisted this when they were linked.
Yeah, I mean I mean I'm doing this by eye. It looks level to me, so I don't think it can be a rotation out. Okay, what do those go facing inwards? Those go on the side of the top bit there.
Yeah, that's my only concern, I guess, with them, is that these aren't particularly long.
No, considering the
we
want to put 800mm on that.
Well, given the spec said you could go up to 900mm.
Yeah.
And these are only 380mm.
Yeah.
I'd have expected these.
I think these could be bigger. Yeah, I agree.
I'd have expected these to have been bigger to avoid you snapping the edge off your desk.
Yeah, I think that would almost be the biggest concern, and also potentially just overbalancing the desk. Overbalancing will actually be a major concern for us because we're going to have the monitor double arm on the back.
Oh, God.
So that's actually
going to want to put that piece of wood on not centered.
Yeah, I agree. We'll see how bad it is.
What we can it like 5 centimeters forward.
Yeah. We'll put a test to it. We'll leave it loose on the top and we can move it back and forward and just see what you would have to do to overbalance it so we can find out if that's actually something to be concerned about or not. Because if we have to go to an extreme before it becomes dangerous, then we can be like, this isn't something you really need to worry about.
Yeah.
Whereas if it is actually quite sensitive, then we can be like, yeah, that's something you should be worried about.
Yeah. There's also a case that, obviously, take account the uneven floor.
Potentially, yes. Yeah.
Oh God, if your room was massively unstable, I guess you'd want to adjust it so one side was slightly higher than the other.
Right, which one for that? Either one.
Escapee!
Oop.
Given how much that box weighed.
Yeah, there's not a lot in the box, but it's it's the motor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the motor and the uprights are where all the weight is.
Yeah.
Whew. All right, that's starting to look like a desk. So we've got these rubber feet here, which is where the wood is going to go on. And it has been supplied with a bunch of screws, which presumably they expect you to just go screw into wood from the bottom, which we're not going to do during the assembly, so we can move it about and test it and do different things. But obviously also that would reduce the risk of tipping.
It'd just be the ripping.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't think an actual overbalance is going to be a major concern, but it's just unnecessary strain potentially.
Oh. I'm not sure about that.
Oh, I think I just didn't tighten that enough. Do you want to?
I'm just going to...
Yeah, I think I just didn't tighten them very hard apparently.
Yeah.
Oh, it feels like... Ugh. These need a washer or something, I think. That's done the job.
It's a grunge.
Yeah. I mean, theoretically, these never need to come off, so I'll actually tighten these properly. And on that note, I'm just going to do these.
Yeah.
Ow. Okay. Right, and...
Now it says to flip it over and screw the bits in.
Yeah. Right, so... Yeah, we'll flip it over to put the...
Why?
So how... Yeah, no, we don't need to. So, right.
Next, we're just resting that on top, effectively.
Yeah, tighten the crossbeam and such. So we'll just adjust that again and give that a tweak.
Yeah. But it's kind of seemed like you'd want to set the width just to maximum.
Yeah, I don't see why you wouldn't set it to maximum unless you knew you had I mean, I suppose
unless you knew you were space limited.
Yeah, that's the thing though. Like they sell a smaller version of this, and it's like, well, if you wanted a smaller version of it, you just don't extend it as far. So
unless the smaller version is cheaper.
Yeah, don't know. Maybe the smaller version has lower load capacity, a smaller motor or something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, and they're just like, well, because it's a smaller desk, you're going to have less on it, so the load needs to be lower, so they can put a smaller motor on it.
Perhaps.
Yeah. Ugh.
I honestly thought you were going to peel that off and then just go.
That's something that I would do. If I hadn't found anywhere to put it, I would have just gone, yeah, or I would have gone.
That's right.
Right. Okay. So the the power supply screws onto the bench. So
I'm presuming that.
Yeah, that goes.
Oh, that goes into that. That goes into that. That goes into that.
And then there's one more to go up to the motor.
No.
Oh, the motor goes directly into there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Into that.
Right. So where does this screw on then? What is that signalling? So we're at the motor end.
Yeah.
And that goes.
There's also, I just like the fact that there's some sort of networky interfacey looking one.
Oh yeah.
Or like a modem. It's also a case of this control box appears like it could, another version of it could have two motors in it.
Yeah.
So there could be a 140 kilo version.
Yeah. With the thing pointing in, that doesn't fit there, so that doesn't go there. Oh, that goes on the other side like that. With.
Does it?
That goes like that. It goes like that, but there's nowhere to screw it in. That's what's confusing me.
Is this the wrong way up?
No, it can't be because it's got the things for that.
Oh, hold on, there's a hole there.
Okay. Oh, right.
There's
Let's look at this picture carefully. So in the picture, the desk is upside down and the U shape is pointing upwards. So the U shape points down to the ground, according to this picture.
I mean, because I can see it mounting like that, but the problem is...
I think the diagram is wrong. Because, but then that would stick up if you put it in the way you just had it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm confused.
Yeah. Something is wrong here.
I think we should flip this over.
Yeah. I mean, this one is fairly clear that the U shape goes over the top of this. And you put the desk down on top of it.
Yeah, but I'm just going where the holes.
Yeah, you would not be able to screw it in. Although it doesn't say. Hang on, so where's the point where it tells me to actually screw that on? 11. Oh, the holes in the adapter are not for screws.
Oh, okay.
I don't think you're supposed to screw it on. I think it's just a holder.
Yeah.
And I think it's supposed to just float, so you can move it around just for a little bit of wire give. Yeah, I don't think it's supposed to screw on. So yeah, it just sits on top. It just lives there. That's it. And your table is just going to go boop on top of that. So it's not going to fall off because the table is on top of it. So yeah, cool. What are those for then? So we've got the control box. Has got some through holes on it, I believe. Yep. So that's got through holes so you can screw it to the underside of the desk. And that goes wherever you want it to go. And then, there's some plates. Okay, those plates are designed to cover this. So where do those plates go?
Oh, they go...
Yeah,
there.
Those plates go... Yeah, there we go. And then at that point then, because the table is on top, the rotating bar is covered in the areas where there are cables running.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. Yeah. So let's stick those on. So those go on with B. Yeah, there's some large M machine screws here. Ugh. Right. Let's see. All right.
You require a stabby thing.
No. Okay. I did the rippy thing.
Very well.
Alright. I'm just back reading the chat a little bit. The chat that I can actually read from here only actually gives me the last 8 lines. So I can't back read the chat very far. However, hello Paul Daniels. How you doing, my dude? Glue gun. Yeah. That was not Paul's suggestion, just to clarify. Alright, give me one of them. Thank you.
There you go.
And what are these? Small boys. Right.
It's the worst part about building tables is you need a table to build the table. It's like scissors that come in packs you have to cut open. You already have to have scissors to open your scissors.
The system is rigged for the people who already have. Concentrated power. There we go, that's there. And
Mattress.
Oh,
Goodbye.
it's fine. I saw where it went. If you drop a screw, make sure you watch it, because if you take your eye off of it, it teleports into a different dimension.
Never mind.
What were you thinking?
I was going to pick it up.
Oh. You were too slow. Hello. Oh, there. Not sure how interesting this entire stream is, if I'm honest. Just 2 guys doing a 1-person job. But and good night, Paul Daniels. No problem. Thanks for coming by. The floor is a table without legs. This is true. Is it like 5 feet max length? We've got it at the indicated maximum extension. This crossbeam has got some maximum stickers here and here, and it was 125-ish.
It was 129 centimetres, which is 51 inches.
Okay, yeah, 51 inches wide this base goes to. And obviously the countertop can go wider still, depending on how much overhang
Which
you're
is
willing
4
to
foot
tolerate.
something.
Yeah.
I can't be bothered to do any more stupid unit conversions.
Good, right,
I
okay.
can tell you that it's approximately 1,700 barleycorns.
Right, I'm going to grab a extension cable so we can plug it in.
I have grabbed an extension cable.
Right. I will plug in the extension cable. Do you want to start hooking things up?
Oh, wow. Oh, hold on. The other thing they have considered, though,
It's got quite a long cable there by the looks of things,
is
doesn't it?
that the cable is...
Oh, that's very long, isn't it? Yeah.
Hold on. 1.
Yeah. No, it's to opposite thing.
It's yards. It's yards to your nose.
Oh, God.
It was the only one I actually knew. I didn't realise that was meters. It was
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
accurate like that.
Hand to opposite shoulder is a hand span to opposite
Okay.
shoulder is approximately a metre.
1,
Yeah.
2,
I can't believe you knew yards but not meters. Yeah.
2 and
2.5. Yeah,
2.5
meters.
2 and a bit.
Yeah. Yeah. It's intended to be a 2.5 metre cable.
That
That's
is-
not bad. Yeah.
That is substantial.
Yeah. Like considering you would have power at the desk anyway. So it doesn't need to be long, but it's nice that it is long.
Absolutely. It's always better when it's longer.
Also the cable's quite long. Yeah. Anyway. Hand to hand is your height. It's like watching the council working, one working and the other watching.
It's a supervisory position.
Got to have one person there for safety. Make sure I don't hurt myself.
I presume that just goes in like...
Oh God, this is not a 2-man job. Let go, please. All right.
Oh, there we go. We are 71.
Very well. Okay, here we go. Hang on a sec.
71?
I mean, maybe it calibrates or something. We should probably read the instructions before we start pushing buttons.
That's reasonably accurate.
Oh, is it actually at 71? Very well. All right, here we go, everyone. Let's see.
You have considered one major failure.
E22. Oh, yeah. That's why there was an error. Okay. I will unplug it to reset it. I was going to say it gave an error. That's not a good start. Right, let's try that again. Right, oh god, I've bricked it now. Reset. It's saying RST on the screen, so I'm guessing that means reset. I'm going to unplug it. I'm going to wait 10 seconds, and I'm going to plug it back in again. I can't believe I bricked it already. Reset.
Is there
I tell you what, as a special treat, I'm going to read the instructions. Right, let's see. Okay, when the LED show reset, keep pressing the down button until the desk reaches the lowest possible position and bounce up to stop.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, it's doing it. Is it stopping when you're...
Yes.
Okay. Oh, okay. I think you have to bring it up in pieces, in steps, yeah. Just try taking it all the way up. Yeah.
I'm trying to.
Okay.
But it keeps resetting.
Huh. It's very
You appear
quiet.
to not be able to do more than 2 centimeters at a time.
That's odd. I mean, it's got the memory position, so I guess that solves that. It's probably to make sure that you can't rip stuff off the desk. Like you have, it prevents, like, if something leans against it, it can't just run away, kind of thing. That's probably the idea there. I know it looks like we're being really dumb with this, but this is literally what we need to do. However, again, for safety reasons, that makes sense. Man, it's getting pretty tall now.
No! I thought it was about to reset to 72.
Very well. Okay, button introductions. There are... Okay, right. So, lifting function. The height of the desk can be updated by doing the up and down button. The height will show up now. Height memory function.
There we go. That is absolute maximum. Each showing 1 to 1 is absolute maximum.
All right. I can lean on it and everything. Right, when the desk is in static state, long press button 1 for 3 seconds. The display shows S1, which means save is successful. All right, so we have now saved maximum height. So let's go all the way down to the bottom. So take it all the way down to lowest point now.
I have saved 4 as maximum height.
Okay, yeah, sure. So if you go all the way down to lowest point again. Oh, God. Yeah, all right, you've got to go down in steps again.
I'm just going to hold the button. No, it does not override.
Anti-collision sensor level adjustment. Oh, okay, hang on a sec. Right, hang on a sec, stop a sec. Right, simultaneously press and hold up and down together for 5 seconds to switch the sensitivity. One operator can switch to one level. So what it should say A something.
A1.
Yeah, try changing that to A3 if you can. And basically, I think this is the collision sensitivity. And if we change it to a less sensitive state, we can go in bigger steps. One operation can switch to one level.
Yeah, it cycles.
Oh.
1, 0,
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, oh, A0 means anti-collision function is off. So that's not it.
Yeah.
I think that's designed that if it detects resistance, like a snagging cable, it will automatically stop. Child lock, code processing, that's for errors. And that's it, that's all she wrote. So yeah, we want it on A0 then. And then it literally is just really annoying. So basically, this thing is really annoying unless you set the memory functions. So yeah, I think what we should do is just
There you go.
Ah.
A0 allows you to do this.
Ah, there you go. So maybe it wasn't on A0.
No, it was on A1.
Ah, okay, yeah. There we go. Now it just goes up and down like a normal bench. So I feel like I should grab. I'm gonna grab the roller chair.
Right, that is saved.
Oh, okay, yeah. There we go. And now it goes up to full height. My table has blue screened. Yeah, there it goes. Shall I sit on it? I mean, I'm not 70 kilograms.
There you go.
I'm going to do it. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. I don't know if the microphone picks it up, but it's a very like...
Apparently it's rated as less than 50 decibels. It's the statement they make.
Yeah, I mean, it's a whiny noise, but it's not loud.
There you go.
Ascend! It's struggling a bit more now, sort of going, ah! I am the one and only.
And they can't take that away from you.
Well, that was... There we go, it works. Now run off, he's stuck, yeah. I'm not getting off until it's gone down and it's stopped moving. That's because there's a rotating bar at my crotch here, so yeah. All right, there we go. It can lift a me. I could leave him up there. I can still get down. Good, all right. Cool, should we try putting the wood on top?
Yes, do you know one thing that you can't do?
What?
Wire it up the way we've wired it up.
Well, I mean, we can just unplug it and put it
Yeah,
underneath,
absolutely,
yeah.
but do not wire it up that way around because the bit of wood will get in the way.
Yes, yes.
Also, I like that that's got a locking connector and everything on it, and that one just kind of falls out.
I mean, that's supposed to be locking.
Yeah. But,
Yeah.
like, they've done this fancy lever thing and
Yeah,
stabbing all of that.
yeah. Like, I would actually be inclined to leave... I'd actually be inclined to leave this in the unlocked position, just so that can actually just rip out if something has gone horribly wrong. Because I'm a big fan of breakaway cables. What have you discovered? Oh, you can stop it. Neat. Oh, cool. You can just interrupt it at any point.
Yeah, so hold on. I'm going to reset this to have the thingy what's it mode. So it's got the thingy mode where if I do...
Yeah.
If I do... Having that detection thing on basically just makes this not function.
Maybe it doesn't have enough. Maybe it doesn't have enough weight on it, and it's like, and it's confused because there's zero load. But
Maybe.
I don't see how that would be a problem. That seems like the opposite of a problem. You know, I'm just wondering whether it's expecting to have a minimum amount of weight on it, and because it's not sensing any weight, it's assuming that something is running away because there's zero resistance.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay, well, let's slap this over the top. Are we going to move this into the middle of the room?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, right. I'm going to step back.
There you go.
Okay, right. I'm going to lean this down to you.
I have it.
I've got the other end, and we're coming up. All right. I have no idea where the centre of this is. All right. That's not very stable unscrewed, of course, but very good. Okay. Good. Right. What now? Yeah. We got to turn off that thing. Like that collision detection. I don't know what that collision detection thinks it's trying to do. But whatever it's trying to do, it's doing it badly. let's see. RGB leads to make it faster. Hell yeah. Now we know it does 25 kilograms. Yeah, shush.
Even on the lowest setting,
Yeah.
it just bounces up and down. So I'm just like, that's not even
yeah.
useful.
I'm sure there's probably a method. There's probably a logic to what it's trying to do. It's just extremely obtuse as to what that is. There we go. Right, that's full height. Like, that's actually kind of interesting. Like, if I wanted to do soldering, if I was soldering something, I could just be doing that right now. That's actually pretty neat. Like, if you were soldering something, this would actually be a really good height. Like, if I was taking apart a laptop, that's too tall. That's too high. But if I was if I was soldering something while standing, I would quite happily stand here and be doing soldering work right now.
What level is laptop level?
Let me grab laptop. That seems pretty good, actually. What height is that? 110. So that seems quite comfortable. What's 100 look like? Just to see if I can get a round number. I think 100.
That's 100.
That might be better, actually. Back up to 110?
That's 105.
Yeah. Yeah. I think 100 is probably the sweet spot, if I'm honest, for practicality. Especially, but like, because the glory of it is that like if I want it a bit higher, I can just go up a little bit. However, for presets, I think that's a good place for a preset, because that's only a little bit taller than the old desk, but the old desk was only slightly too short. Time for bar stool. I mean, the bar stool is height adjustable anyway, so that doesn't matter too much, but yeah, I don't know. If I took that all the way down to the bottom, see, now I go all the way down here. Now we're lower than the original desk, and that's much more comfortable to be working on things.
That is minimum height.
Yeah, minimum height is useless. I mean, if I had the roller chair, the office chair, that might be about correct. I'm trying to decide, but I'm never going to use those in here, so, or on this bench at any rate. This is rad though. This is cool, man. I'm digging it. I think we should start loading it up with stuff. Get them round numbers.
There you go. That is 90.
Yeah.
So 10 centimetres lower.
I like the fact that it has the digital readout of the height, because I feel better knowing that it's exactly 90 centimetres.
Well,
because
exactly.
Indicated 90 centimetres. Yeah. Because if it didn't have that, I would feel inclined to get a tape measure and dial in measurements, because it would annoy me knowing that it might be at 87 centimetres. That's 999, apparently.
Which is the preset now.
Fair enough. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Right. Yes. Cool. Screws first. Yeah. Should we screw this in? I think we'd have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't think there's any benefit to leaving it loose at this moment. So yeah. So we don't have an electric drill, so this bit's going to be a bit painful, but I think we could do a rough bit. Good. Right. Could you grab the tape measure and we'll mark it out to make sure it's actually straight.
The other thing, I'm just going to, from the floor to the top of the piece of wood is 123.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where does... Oh, yeah, sorry. Where does the desk think it is? It's
121.
121. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so 121 is going to be like
the
top of the actual frame, effectively.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Still, it's reasonably accurate. Yeah. It's
But
accurate
just a
enough
case of
for-
obviously it doesn't know how thick the piece of wood is.
Yes.
But I was just saying that this height that you're resting on is 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, it's accurate enough to be like that. The height is actually useful. It's not one of those things where it's just like ignore the number on the screen. It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
So that's good. Cool. Right.
Have a tape measure.
Thanks. Ugh. Okay, so 70, 50. So we need 60 millimeters in. So I'm just going to mark the bottom of the desk. There's one there and on that. Right, that's done. And mark this bit up. Whoop.
Are we sticking it on slightly off centre?
I don't know. Do you think we should?
I think you should have it I think you should have it like 5 centimetres towards you, just because the monitors are on the back.
Yeah, you're right.
5 or 10 centimetres towards. Bring it so the overhang is person side, not monitor side, effectively.
Yeah.
Just because the weight of the monitors will, I'd imagine, quite easily overcome that offset.
Yeah. How far in are we going to do then? Are we going to do like that kind of thing, do you reckon? Like.
So I thought there was already 10 centimetres offset.
So if we did that, that's a fairly large offset we've just put on that.
Yeah. How much was that though?
So originally it was 16 centimetres each side of the bar.
Yeah, okay.
That's from the edge to the tips of the supports, which is where I'm measuring, sorry.
To where?
Put the desk on the floor and turn the feet. That would be sensible. So I was measuring that.
Right.
And that was 16 before I offset
16?
it. Yeah, sorry, I said 6, but it was actually 1/6.
Yeah, that's just under 10 now.
Yeah, okay, so if we did 10 and then whatever that is, that would be a fairly large offset. Just a question of whether that would put any saggage on this side.
Which is 22.
Yeah, see, that's fairly aggressive, but by the time, again, the monitors are going to put a sizable amount of weight on the back.
If I do that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's going to be all right, isn't it? Yeah, let's do that. Like, again, this wood isn't going to be forever. This is just a trial fit. And if I just, because I'm going to try and daily drive this bench for, I don't know, a couple of weeks or something like that. And if it goes well, then I'll get a nice bit of wood cut. There's actually a nice bit of wood and not just this off cut that we had lying around that actually came out of a wall. So yeah, we're just going to screw this on, and if it sucks, then we'll take it off again. But yeah, this thing is full of holes, so we can butcher this wood and it doesn't matter. Cool. All right. Remove the lappy. Yes, that would be a sensible idea. Remove the Dell XPS laptop.
Yeah, that's roughly 10.
Fair enough. Right, and
Loosely positioned.
Lateral positioning.
We are 155.
I'll let you get that.
This is. Right, it needs to go that way.
Okay. All right, we'll have to lift it slightly.
Yeah.
How far are we going?
About that much.
All right.
So what's that? That is
We can pretend it's centered.
180-ish. That is It needs a smidge more this way. Like the smallest of nudges. There we go.
Cool. Alright.
It isn't perfect, but
yeah,
it's more than close enough.
Good enough for the quality of the wood that we're putting on
Especially
here.
given the bevel we've got on this edge.
Yeah.
We're losing a centimetre of desk compared to the bottoms of the top.
Okay. Right, I don't know if I'm going to put all of these in. I'm just going to take all of them out. Right. Time to put this. Oh, I spot a super chat. Bald. I can see one design problem. To make it more stable, you should fashion some horizontal strut support bar at the bottom of the legs, less wobbly sideways. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Because it can do that. We're at maximum height here, and there's a substantial amount of wobble there. The question is how badly that will be once we're, again, this is extreme. This is maximum height. I'm not going to use it at this height. I think once we've got it all in there, we'll see. I do agree though. The problem is how do you do strut bars on something that's moving up and down? I'm not sure what the answer to that is.
I think the only solution would be to have the legs be angled. So if the legs were coming in at like 10 degrees or something,
yes,
rocking that way is pushing a leg vertical, pushing that way is pushing the other leg vertical. And that would be your only options, I think, on something going up and down. So yeah, I don't know how you'd be able to do it.
Yeah. Ugh. Right. Given. Oh, cool. Yeah, we've got that as well. Yeah. You have to sort of give it a bit of a to make a hole before it'll start going in. We could pilot these with the Dremel. I don't know if it's worth it. I don't think I'm going to put in all of these screws by hand. We forgot the electric drill today, so we're doing this bit by hand. And this really needs an electric drill just to go brrr with these screws.
To be honest, I was just going diagonal to the one you put in. I've done the outer. You just do the outer ones.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
4 will be enough to test.
Yeah. It ain't going to rip these screws out, so. There we go. Whew. Hang on a sec.
There we go.
Yeah. Cool.
We've got a lot more screws than I thought we would.
Yeah. How many?
There's only 4.
There's
4 on each side.
4 on each side, and there's 2 in the middle.
Oh yeah.
So that would be 2 that side, 2 that side. We've definitely got more than we need. And 2 in the middle. There's 4 extra screws.
Are these long enough to go through
Oh
this?
yeah, that's probably the intent.
Oh yeah, they are.
Yeah, so then that's 3 for that guy and a spare.
Yeah.
Yep, that makes sense.
Do you want to stick one through that?
Yes.
Just so it's not flapping.
Yep, right. Where am I going to put that? Far right? Yeah, I'll put it there for now. I can always move it.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty good though.
Yeah. It's a bummer that you've got to bring your own desktop.
But at the same time, I guess that allows you to choose what you use,
Yeah.
which is nicer than them supplying some crappy piece of wood.
Yeah.
Because if you wanted to go all out, I'm sure you could use some like nice piece of oak or something.
Yeah. Because again, I forgot to do it, but I was going to quickly look up.
Nah, you could obviously have it like that, so it's
Have it
angled in slightly towards you.
Could do, yeah. Yeah, I was going to run the numbers to find out what the weight of kitchen countertop like this is, because it would be interesting to know if it's feasible to stick big kitchen countertop like that on top of there without losing too much of your total weight, total load.
Yeah.
Right, so let's go down to 3. That's very satisfying.
Yeah. The thing we will need to do is screw the power strip into this.
Yeah. Yeah. For today, we'll just leave it all hanging off the back.
Yeah.
But that's something that I will definitely do, yeah.
Yeah. That's a good point. There aren't any clips on the legs for you to stick the cable bundle through?
No. You could probably... yeah, it needs like some hooks hanging off the side or something like that for you to strap things onto. Like I could just do some zip ties around the legs to attach a bundle to.
But it's just a case of that's the thing it needs.
Solvable, but yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh god. Imagine if you putting together with these.
Yeah, bugger that. I mean, I guess thanks for supplying it with tools because they could have just not supplied it with tools, but yeah, doing it with those, no, sod that. Cool. And the power supply can move, but it doesn't come out. Yeah, rad. All right, so let's set some shit up on here. How are we doing for time? I'm going to check what we're doing on the timer at the moment. 1 hour 37. Blimey, it's taken us a while, but that's how it goes, isn't it?
Oh no, it's faster than putting a leather book in the case.
Well, that only takes 30 minutes, but you know.
Which letter were these?
G, I think. Not that it particularly matters, but yeah. Oh no, E or I don't know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter much to me. Okay, right. Begin the unnecessarily slow dipping mechanism. I like the fact that it actually rolls off when it's moving up and down. When it stops, it actually slows to a stop instead of just going. So when it stops, it like if it had no sloping on it, when it stops, your monitors are going to go boom. Whereas as it is, it goes you know. Yeah, it's cool. Anyone who's already got one of these is probably like, yeah, this is what they do. But I've never seen or used a desk like this before, so I'm like, this is cool. This is novel.
See, in a way, what I want now is for this to have screw mounts, so you can mount them.
That'd be kind of cool. That wouldn't be difficult to achieve, to under desk hang your hot air and your power supply.
Yeah.
I like having them on the bench because, well, I mean, the original plan was that I wanted them to be visible to the camera so people could see what equipment I was using and how it was set up. However, as things happen, that hasn't panned out. But then this is deeper than this is. Yeah. So you know.
Is it something like 20 centimeters deeper though?
Yeah, this is only like 600. This desk.
This is 800, isn't it?
Yeah. So we've got another 20 centimeters of depth versus the old bench. We've lost some length, but we've gained a huge amount of depth.
This is 61.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So so just straight away, I can probably move a load of equipment to the back of the bench that was previously at the front.
Oh, yeah, because that's 201.
Oh god, everything is falling off of everything else. Right. That's free. Right. Power up. Hot air station. If anyone's like, what the hell is this on the side here? This is another little webcam. This is the one that looks down at the multimeter at the moment. When I have the multimeter cam on, it's an experimental setup.
You know what you could do?
I've already taken off the screws for the handle there, so yeah.
You could mount it using the handle.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. And same with that one.
Yeah.
Take that off. Like you'd have to take the case off, screw the case to the underside, and then lift it in and put the screws
place
in.
It down in, because I'd imagine you'd do it the other way
flip
up.
it over. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hypothetically, yes, we could under table sling these.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that with the hot air anyway, though, because you'd lose a lot. The hose length would be a limiting factor.
Absolutely. But just a
power station, power supply, potentially.
Isn't this controllable over USB?
It is, yeah.
So you wouldn't even need to have it accessible. You could just go.
Yeah.
And have the cables come out like here.
Yeah.
And then just set them.
Yeah. Hypothetically,
That's
yeah.
kinda cool.
Do you want to come around the other side because you're just backing the camera at the moment?
But yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
No,
However,
but
it's a fun hypothetical, though. Yes.
a case of it does mean that you gain a lot of bench space if you did stuff like that as well.
Yeah. Fair enough. Cool. Right. Monitors.
Matty. Yes.
Actually, before we... is it too late to start? No, I'm getting a heckin' cider. I'm thirsty.
It is at no point ever too late to start drinking. I'm sure Chris will say something about the fact of it there's simply not been enough anyway. Must engage multiple pints of cider. Okay. Yes.
Whoop. All right, celebratory cider. ASMR cider. Cracking open a cold one with the boys. Stowford Press out of a can, because we're classy today.
Very well.
We've run out of them, Eon, by the way. Right, let's see.
Then again, there are worse things for us to have as backup. It could be Strongbow.
I would not entertain Strongbow. Don't come at me with Strongbow. There's been a couple of people, because this is a black and yellow can, a few people have mistaken this for Strongbow, and I'm like, it's not Strongbow. Don't come at me with Strongbow. Yeah.
You cast aspersions on my character.
Good. This is going well. Like this is big. This is the problem. When you're used to 2 meter long benches, you kind of think, sort of anything shorter than 2 meters, you're like, oh, that's getting small now. But like, this is a big desk.
You know the other thing you can do, man? Like...
Just have everything in the back. Yeah. And also, like long term, because there are now 2 benches, the original plan for the shop was that there would be a repair bench and a presentation bench. And as I say, I'm still of the opinion I'm going to ditch one or both of these side tables and have the repair bench there, and we can put the presentation bench here. And now I can just put everything banked along the back there without worrying about needing 2 sides. Because we've got an entire separate table with nothing on it for the podcast.
Nothing on it for 17 hours.
Yes. Yes. I will do my best to keep it clear. We'll see how that goes. However, but yeah, that's the thing. So that does actually mean that I'm going to have oodles of space. And part of me is kind of tempted just to leave this raggedy bit of wood on it because I can just solder on this and not care. And I can cut on it and not care and stuff like that.
I'd do that for now.
Yeah.
But I would get a nicer piece of wood.
That's true, yeah. This has got bumps and lumps in it and stuff like that, which is a bit of a pain.
And also just something with a finished surface, because using a mouse on this will be annoying.
True, yeah.
And just stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see how that pans out. But yeah, we're off to a good start.
And given the depth you have, you could upgrade yourself to using a real mouse.
Yeah, the only reason why I use the trackpad over here is just because for space. But yeah, it would be very nice to have room for a mouse on this bench, and I think I will actually have the room for that. Alright, I'm gonna take this big old hecker off. Right, okay. Oh, blimey. Oh, blimey. Okay, hang on a sec. Whew. There's a lot on these.
There's a lot of everything.
Oh, no.
There you go.
Right.
Is that where you're going with them?
Okay, right. So, on the previous bench, I had these up to the side so they were off the corners. Given that we're going to run 2 benches, is there any reason not just to centralise these?
Yes.
What's your argument against putting them central?
that for me, I don't like having it like that on the desk because it forces me to feel like I need to sit in the middle of the desk. And whereas if I have it here, I can sit at the side of a desk and leave all of that area, not computer, and then go, not computer, computer, not computer,
Yes.
kind of thing. And it just means that also a case of, if it's nudged up this way a bit, you're losing less space to having keyboard and mouse and stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so let's move along to...
So yeah, so I'll be going, so that is just touching the edge effectively.
Right.
Because you'd want it pulled in
Yeah.
towards you.
Let's try that. Now, so I'll tell you what, I'm going to clamp it there.
Yeah.
We need to adjust these clamps.
Yeah.
Clamps need to change a full step. Luckily, these clamps have got massive range on them.
Oh, that's clever.
Yeah, you see what I mean?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a really clever way of doing it.
Yeah, so we've got to undo this a lot just so it moves into the range of the next peg up. There we go. And now that
Yeah.
goes all the way up.
That's super clever, though. That's a really simple way of dealing with that.
Yeah. It's difficult to portray on camera from this range what's going on here, but this has a really good clamping method on it, and it's a dual clamp, so it spreads the load across the desk a lot, which is why I bought this one in the first place.
By the fact that you can do this.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Yeah, that's roughly what I was thinking.
Right,
because
what's
then-
that doing to the desk? Nothing. Good. That looks good. And how are we doing for stability? I mean, it wobbles. There's no way of getting around that. It wobbles.
Yeah. As the monitor slowly go down. I've been expecting you. Oh, okay.
All right, let's see.
I was half hoping that going to the lowest height would.
The top is going to bow. Well, it's got this strut across the middle, so it can't. There's a bar going straight central down the bench, so it literally cannot bow.
Not in the middle. Yeah, it
Yeah.
can't go in the middle.
So
it'd be the little bit of overhang
Yeah.
and the bits on the side.
although we don't know how strong that strut bar actually is, but it's a square tube of metal, so it's got to take some serious abuse to start bending, right?
It will take, yeah.
If that starts bending, that means the desk is going to literally break in half. So, yeah. Cool. Okay. Right. So.
Yeah, that's roughly where I'd put these. What's this? Oh, because I had it like that.
Fair
I
enough.
couldn't work out why the cable was twisted the wrong way, but because I had it hidden up like that, effectively.
Very well. Okay, so. Okay, right. So, next question. I feel like before we go much further, we need to actually consider what we're doing. Like, where are we putting this in the room long term? Because, like, if I want this over here, I feel like we should swap these over before we go much further.
Yeah.
So, what I suggest we do is.
That's not bad.
Yeah, this is getting cool. I like this. I want to continue this. I think we should pick this up and walk it to the back of the room. Then.
Sorry, you said that and I just thought, oh yeah, hold the piece of wood, push the button.
Oh,
the
yeah.
legs just go whoop, inside. You walk across, push the buttons, and the leg goes whoop.
Kind of
two.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think we should walk this to the back of the room, swing the big boy around the front, and then shuffle that up to the wing, up to the divide. So that we basically swap them around.
Sure.
I don't know if there's going to be room. I don't think there's room to have them both out while these benches are here.
No.
So
We're going to have to clear that one.
Yeah. Yes, I suggest we clear that one. However, let's just get these the correct way around, because also at that point, at least stuff is vaguely in the right position in the room.
Yeah.
Because I can always fettle it later off camera.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah,
Good.
that's fine.
Okay, right. I don't know if I feel brave enough to pick this up by the wood, so we've got to grab it by the metal. Do you feel like you can do that? You've got the heavy end.
No, yes. I was just like, where's the metal?
All right, so I'm going to unplug it.
Oh yeah, that's probably a good idea.
So everything will drag down there, so there's nothing in the way.
I'm just going to move you away. Out. Cool. Are we just going to go up to this bench?
Yeah, let's just go all the way up to the bench just to give ourselves room for that.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. You cool?
Yeah.
That wasn't too bad, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got the heavy end, but that was very easy for me, so... Whew.
Yeah. The only reason it wobbled is because I didn't really think about the fact that the monitors would weigh anything.
Mm.
I went,
Yeah.
oh yes, monitors.
Well, this is all interesting to me. It's a case of, okay, so we've got this, we've set it up. How movable is it now it's been built? And the answer to that is if you've got two people, yes, very.
Yeah. Oops.
Whew. Good. Yeah. It seems like it's going well. I don't know what I expected. But yeah, what we're doing seems to be going well. Seems a bit top heavy. I mean, it will be. That's unavoidable. I think as people have said, something like this, it needs some kind of strut or bracing, but also that's not possible without significantly more engineering, which places this into a different product category.
Yeah.
I think we have to respect the fact.
You have to like diagonal leg it.
Yeah. Again, I suppose they could put another bar across the bottom bits here. Or, you know,
but then that would be in the way of your legs.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind that.
I would not buy it if there was a bar there.
Oh, really? Yeah. Fair enough. I put my foot on it, but yeah.
Yeah, I guess, but the only way for it to be at the height where you could put your feet on it would be to have it at a height where you wouldn't be able to sit down because of the length of these.
True.
You'd have to concertina in 3 parts, I think. Then.
Yeah. Don't
so
know.
you start getting massively more expensive.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think to keep it in the price category it is.
Yeah.
It kind of has to stay as it is.
Yeah.
Possibly having the legs at a slight angle might work, but that's obviously going to put a lot of wear on them because they're effectively grinding against themselves.
Yeah. All things. Yeah. Again. I mean, again, considering we're setting up a consumer desk to be a workshop desk, and those are 2 different categories.
Yeah.
So yeah. It seems to be doing well so far, all things considered. That wobble, I don't mind a bit of wobble, but the consideration I have at this point, like, it's not going to fall down, and I can reduce that a bit by, like, for example, if I kick that out slightly.
Oh yeah.
That stabilises it a bit more because I've bowed them out slightly.
Yeah.
And that reduces it slightly. The problem I'm going to have is when I'm working on this, because there's a bit of wobble, the face cam is going to wobble when I'm recording. There might be a little bit of shake on the bench cam, probably not too bad to be honest though, because it's looking at the thing that is wobbling at the same angle. Yeah. The face cam is going to wobble though, that's my primary concern.
You'll have to put the face cam on the light stand.
Yeah, so
just put it on 60 degree.
Yeah, the face cam might need moving to somewhere else, but that's a minor issue. Yeah. That can be solved by some means or another.
Yeah, and also obviously the fact it's got a quarter 20 mount on the bottom.
It's easy to move that to a different mounting method. So yes. Do Canny be like, it goes up and down? All caps. Right, let's see. You feel it's flimsy, wouldn't trust it for the money. Well, look up the cost of electric standing desks and see if you can find me one that costs less. Consider that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I haven't done all the research yet. This is preliminary building. This is not a review. This is the research for the review. I have not done a huge amount of research into alternative options to this yet. However, based on just my general knowledge, this looks like all other standing desks to me. And a standing desk, like, what was the cost on this again? 200 and something?
I can't remember.
Yeah.
I didn't specifically.
What was the price on this? Someone who had the Amazon page open. How much did it cost? I think it was 200 and something pounds, and that's just how much an electric standing desk costs.
This frame right now from Amazon is 185 delivered.
Oh, 185 delivered. That's cheap for an electric standing desk. I expected plus 200. So this is 184.99. So that's the thing. $200. Call that. Mount the chair to the table so when it wobbles, I wobble the same amount. Yeah. Yeah. So that's just it. It's just like you look up any other standing desk, you're paying more than 200. So again, we've got to consider the fact that this is a cheap standing desk. This is one of the cheapest ones money can buy. And we're asking it to do workshop environment. We are not being fair to this, which is why I'm being very lenient.
If you want it in grey, it's £250.
The grey option is 200. Fair enough. Very well.
If you want it in white, it's 170.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Jerry said plus tabletop. That's true. That's true.
Yeah, but like wood like this isn't massively expensive.
No. Yeah. It depends. I don't know what the market is like. I don't know, by virtue of the fact that it comes as a frame, presumably their market research department has determined that there is a market for converting existing desks into standing desks by taking the top off of that and putting it onto an electric frame.
Idea. Yeah, I hadn't considered that either.
Because also, consider, Linus Tech Tips, the kitchen studio. Which isn't a kitchen anymore. It's now just their main bench where they do most of their work. That is an electric rising table, and that is basically a kitchen countertop on top of an electric frame, because they can raise and lower that, and that's what they did with that. So they would have bought a frame basically. Yeah. So presumably, there's lots of people. I think the idea is that you take your existing top and put it on top of that.
Or just a case
or you buy a bit of wood.
Because it's...
So, yeah, I mean...
I can't imagine it being more than 20 quid a metre.
No, I mean, kitchen countertop like this is expensive. However, if you bought MDF like this, it's really cheap.
Yeah.
And also, if you bought cheap kitchen countertop that actually has a mica finish on it, that's cheap. The 20mm stuff that we've got on this bench here, that would have been dirt cheap.
Yeah.
But
I'd probably go for that stuff.
Yeah. This stuff is £200 for 4 meters. Or the ones that I made these benches out of. These came in 4 meter lengths and they were 180 quid a pop. So that stuff's expensive, but also it's 40 millimeters thick.
Yeah. And
you can stand on it and jump up and down kind of thing, which is why I bought it.
Yeah.
For me, when I build a table, I expect to be able to stand on it, And likewise with this, I could stand on that. I'm not going to, but we've established that it can carry my weight, Yeah. That's the acid test as far as I'm concerned. But also, though, I say that being someone who doesn't weigh much. So, £180 for veneer wood. Yeah, go and look up kitchen countertop. You find it at a cheaper price for me. 40 millimeters thick. None of that 18 millimeter rubbish. Because 18 millimeter it bends. However, actual proper kitchen countertop, it's expensive, man. It costs a lot.
It's why kitchen refits cost £25,000.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's when I was building the new shop and I was looking it up, my eyes watered as I clicked add to cart. I was like, oh! But I looked it up. I looked around. I shopped around. I looked in various places. It's just that's how much it costs. And I spoke to my friend who's an electrician and just a general sort of DIY builder person. I was like, my dude, tell me about kitchen countertop. And he was like, yeah, that's about how much it costs. I'm like, can you get it cheaper? And he's like, no, not really. That's how much it costs. And I'm like, okay then, bye. So yeah.
Yeah.
The MDF won't stand me. Well, bearing in mind, the MDF isn't bearing the weight, the table frame is. That's the trick. IKEA has a similar wood top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also a case of the MDF only needs to take the weight over, 10, 12 centimetres kind of thing.
Mm.
And wood is way stronger than people seem to give credit.
Yeah.
Certainly over really short spans, like you're going to have with this desk.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah.
The worst point is going to be like here, and the same on the other side.
Like
just because it's dead in the middle, obviously.
Yeah, for this bit of MDF, the biggest danger that I was envisioning is that we would mount this up and it would just go crunch and fall off.
Yeah.
This MDF is clearly strong enough for this, but I wouldn't go I wouldn't go any thinner than this for mounting a double arm monitor on.
Yeah.
I think that's pushing your luck. But again, that's why when I bought that one, I bought one with a massive footprint on it because it spreads the load. A lot of double monitor arm mounts, they have a single pole with a single clamp, and it's only sort of a square about that big that's taking the load, and I think that's a bit sketchy. But again, my desk at home is kitchen countertop as well, so I trust that implicitly to take that kind of strain.
Yeah.
So yeah.
This is 22 mil.
Yeah, metal plate would be cheaper, probably. But yeah. You've seen computer desks with some sort of X bracing? Well, yeah, that's the problem though. How do you do that on a desk that goes up and down? That's the problem there. Again,
you could do it with. Oh, you could have like runners. On here.
That's what you'd need.
And basically a mount point on the floor, and they bow out.
Yeah.
And then straighten.
Again, that's more engineering. So it's absolutely possible, and that you can probably buy an electric desk frame that is £500 that has all of that and doesn't wobble.
Yeah.
But also it costs £500 instead of £180.
Yeah.
I
think that's
Again, I haven't done this research yet, but that would be that's what I'm expecting the answer to that question to be.
Yeah. It does seem to be reasonably good value.
Yeah. So, all right, hang on a sec. I'm getting called out on my wood costs. 3 meters, 638 mil. What's that again? This is 40, so 38. Oh yeah, it's near enough. For £86. For £86, that's pretty cheap. I'll give you that. I have to look at that to figure out what's going on there. 86. That does sound really, really cheap.
Is that?
Presumably that's IKEA you're looking at there. So yeah, can't remember. I'm not saying that 180 is the cheapest there is, but 86, that's very cheap. And that is apparently 38 mil thick as well. Yeah, don't know. I'd have to have a look just because there might, I don't, yeah. Walnut block pearl, yeah, that will have the nice effect on it as well. And that's B&Q. Huh. Don't know. Maybe I paid less than I remember. I can't remember now. Maybe how much did I pay? Maybe I paid maybe it wasn't 180 for the 4 meter lengths. Maybe it was like 180 for 2 of them or something like that, which would have come in at about that price.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember now. Yeah, because again, as I checked B&Q and stuff like that as well, so I would have checked this. I must be it was a year ago, so maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe it was
18 months.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
it'd have been like 18 months ago.
Yeah, it would have been. Yeah. Either way, yeah, maybe it was 180 quid for 2 lengths or something like that. Either way, still, the kitchen countertop is expensive. That's still £86 for a length of kitchen countertop, which is a lot for wood. So yeah, the point is it's expensive. So yeah, I think I'm wrong about that. So yes, exactly. Whatever. I don't know. Clearly I've gone wrong with somewhere. However, also again, I'm trying to remember something that I bought 18 months ago, and yeah, I must be wrong there. I must have been wrong about the price then. So I don't know. Doesn't matter. Anyway, right. Let's carry on. We're moving that bench over to there, and then we can shuffle that up to there, and we've got things approximately in the right places.
Do you not want to move the stuff that's there currently?
Yes. Yes, I do. Right, so let's go. I'm going to put that. I'm going to move this over to here.
I would just go out the front. basically just a spare room.
Yes, indeed. Gone to the age. Yeah, another less price thing. Timber was scarce and very pricey last year. Maybe I did pay a lot, and I just paid while it was very big. Yeah. No, I didn't buy from a high street store. I bought from a specialist. Yeah, I forget. I don't know. To be honest, I'm not going to argue the point unless I actually look up the price, and I'm not going to look up the price. So, because the bottom line is, it doesn't actually matter. The point is, buying kitchen countertop is considerably more expensive than buying MDF. That's the actual point of the story. So, Right, okay. You're onto that. Right, so this is going back over here. So what we'll do is we'll keep it, because we're not going to be able to turn it 90 degrees and fit everything in, so we'll just move it across and just put it parallel for now, because then we can position this and set it up. Or, well, are we going to tear that lot down? I don't think we've got time to do that right now.
Not on stream, but yeah,
No.
we'll tear that down.
Yeah. Yeah, all right, yeah. For now, we'll parallel this then,
Yeah.
and then we can just put that in place and we can carry on loading it up and get to an actual example setup.
Yeah.
So, yeah, cool. All right, I'm assuming the position. I'm going to crab walk across the screen. Here we go. Ready?
Yeah. We'll need to go your way a bit.
Yes. Also, I need to lift it up and drag this wire underneath it. Oh, okay, lifting. Oh, fuck. This cable has gone horrible. Right, that's fixed. All right, coming toward me. Cool, that will do for now.
Okay.
All right, so.
I'll be honest and say, of all of the bits you've got, I'd get rid of this one and replace this with one of these.
Yeah, can do. Yeah.
Because they're deeper.
Yeah, they're a bit deeper, and this is nice and sturdy, which is what is desirable about it. But I don't know how much that actually matters for the work I'm doing at the moment.
But it's also not going to be working on this.
Precisely. Yeah, because if we're going to be using it for the YouTube bench, then having a nice open table would be nicer anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm inclined to agree with that. So yeah, it might just be worth me just disassembling this for the time being.
Yeah.
Don't know if I'm going to throw it out yet, but just disassemble it.
Yeah. I mean, I probably would.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm inclined to agree.
Keep the countertop, get rid of the rest of it, and buy new cabinets when you need them, just so you've not got 87,000 times used screw holes.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Right, so now we're going to shuffle this up to here, I think.
Okay.
About there-ish.
Okay.
Yeah, that looks about right. That's
We'll
about
have
it.
to go more that way than we were before, just because this is here.
Yeah. Cool. Right, that's going to go like that. Let's see. Right, where are we? Looks very scuffed and scored. Yes, absolutely.
This counter's 10 years... No, it's not. It's 12 years old, isn't it? This bit.
Yeah. This was built before I stopped, but this was built for the opening of the shop, and it was the original L counter from the old shop, which is why everything doesn't fit properly, because it's been converted from an L counter into just a standing bit. Because the other half part of it is the front desk, which is a bit more stable, but it was too short to use as the workbench. Right, where did my thing go? Cool.
There.
All right, so let's move that over to there and we can start loading it up. All right. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, go. Oh, fuck me. Yeah. Okay, and let's shuffle toward me. I'm gonna.
I mean, this is fine. Actually, if we're clearing that, we want it this side. We
True.
want the walk space that side to come this way.
Sure. Okay.
There you
There we go. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Because then the goal will be that this is up against the wall, because then I'm generally just sort of sitting here-ish.
I see. Yeah, you are going to go up against the wall.
Pretty much, because there's no reason not to.
Cool. I thought you were going to keep this floating in the middle.
No, because then we can have, that will then leave room to have one of these turn 90 degrees full length and two full length benches.
Okay, you're planning on... Right, I thought you meant leaning it like that.
No, I want
Against the wall.
two full length benches. That was...
Looking
like,
that way.
Yeah, because that was the original layout plan for the shop.
Fair enough.
Because it gives two benches. I mean, this one doesn't need to face in that direction. It would just be nice for it to. I don't know. I like the layout.
You know what you could do? You could put it like that, so you're looking out the door.
I could do.
I don't know if you'd want that, but you could just have it like that.
Yeah. If I did that though, I wouldn't want the monitors blocking the view and stuff like that. So then I'd start compromising on that front.
But you could put the monitors so they're on that bit of wall.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the open bit plus say this much of the monitor is in the window, effectively.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll consider it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a case of I don't like that idea, but also I can't come up with a reason why it's not a good idea.
But at the same time, if you don't like it, you don't like it.
I think it's just I had a vision in my head, and my vision was this kind of thing.
Absolutely.
That's so yeah. It's again, I can't come up with a compelling read because that makes sense. But yeah, my vision was that kind of thing.
Absolutely.
And I think the purpose of that is because also it just means the idea is that I would have stuff behind me and stuff like that. Yeah. And also it gives me access to both sides of the bench as well, which is the other reason, because with access to both sides of the bench I can get behind it for wiring and stuff like that. So that was one of the main reasons why I wanted that. So yeah. Yes. Right. Cool. Very well. So, so we're going to leave this here for now, just so we can move this later.
We're not we'll plug everything into that power strip.
Yeah, but we'll plug everything in for now, just so we can do a trial run. So, cool. Okay then. Right. So, let's lay this down. Ugh.
Is there enough? Yeah, there is. Cool.
Could do, yeah. I'll put it on the floor for now, I would.
Well, I was just going to put it on there. We can do we can plug everything into it and then go, this would be here. Yeah, sure. Just as the demo when we're finished.
Yeah, although actually, to be honest, for the sake of 2 screws, I might just screw that to the bottom of this for now.
Yeah, are you going to go?
I would do that, I think. So the cables come out like that.
Yeah.
That's what I would go for.
Fair enough. Well, you've got one of them there, and I don't know where the other one went.
Right, where is the big boy screwdriver? It's there, yeah. I might just take it out the side of here. That's the one that wouldn't come off. It might have been held in with one. It's going to get held in with one. Ugh. And I'm going to put it into this existing screw hole.
I don't understand why that's not coming off. I'm not going to use that much force to find out.
Wise. Needs more.
I can't easily spot another one.
I could find another one, but I'm not going to for now, just because it's very likely to move about anyway.
Absolutely, but I was just looking to see if I could spot one. Just be like, that'll do.
No, it's not. Yeah, it actually does need two. So I'm going to grab another one because I know where another one's going to be.
Good. Almost.
Oh, those are too long, actually. This has gone disastrously wrong. You think? I'll get one from here.
Yeah, very well. I will now disappear into my cave.
Muse made a song about disappearing into a cave.
Did they also make a song about
Oh no.
it? Sing for absolution.
I was very upset when I saw that video where it was just all of Matt Bellamy's gasps isolated. It was a very upsetting video. I kind of lost interest in Muse after Black Holes and Revelations, I think. Oh, that's just in completely the wrong place.
I'll be honest and say I wouldn't know. My knowledge of Muse is that they did Sing for Absolution.
Their earlier stuff than that were absolute bangers.
I'm sure there's something else I know as well, but that's the only one I can think of.
If I played you Plug-in Baby, you would recognise it. There's no way anyone has never heard Plug-in Baby. It's a very, very... can you call a song iconic?
I guess. But also, I'm not India than thou. That was your shtick.
Oh my god, I can't...
Are you struggling greatly?
You know what would be good is if I'd measured this.
Some comment about cutting and measuring. And the suitable number of times to do both.
I can feel the chat boring into my back from here going, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, yeah, I know. Shut up. Doesn't need to be good, it just needs to be functional right now. This is a test run. Okay, that's fine. I just need to tighten those a little bit. Actually, that's fine. That's a loose fit, but it's not going to fall down, which is the desired effect. Very well. Right. Okay.
You'll probably want to do some looping and...
Yes. Desk. We don't actually have a computer to plug into these monitors right now, because the computer is there. But for this reason, actually, we probably should have streamed off the Lianli.
Yes.
I didn't anticipate this bit. All right, so that's monitors. Right, right, let's go down to a lower height. The idea being that we can now stand behind the desk and people can still see us.
There you go.
All right, so that was 2. All right, so for, can we...
This is 90.
Yeah, I'm going to move the mic. Preferably without sweeping the thing off the table. Oh, the mic cable isn't long enough. Are we still audible here? Yeah, this is good enough. That's good enough. All right. So, 2 monitors. We'll get them balanced so they're correct. So previously I had... see, the problem is people can't see what we're doing from here. That was the thing, but yeah. So previously...
That's fine, that can be changed.
Yeah. if I just do that for a sec. So previously I had the power supply and the hot air stacked like this on the end of the bench.
We are going flying.
Okay. Come fly with me, come fly, let's fly away.
If you could use some exotic booze, there's a bar in far Bombay.
I didn't know that part of the song. Excellent.
They say. There you
go. Good. I'm going to catch up on the chat. All right. Apologies for the lack of chatting today, people. Suede is still better than Muse. Getting down through ceiling, just rented. Yeah. You screw like my grandma. Thanks. Is the table at max height? No. Smooth line action. Yeah. Yep, looks good. Right. There we go. That's where's the camera now? It's over there. Okay. Hello.
I set it up for you standing here.
Okay, that's full height, and it's not. I mean, obviously it's got stuff on it, but like, it's got wobble, but it's not going to fall over.
Yeah.
Like hypothetically, for absurdium, what's it going to take to push this over?
I do not really have this, so I hope you do.
I do, yeah. Yeah, no, I'm tipping hardcore. We've got to go a long way. Yeah, it ain't gonna fall over. I'm just gonna straighten those legs back out. You could not push this over.
Yeah.
That is not going to happen.
It's actually slightly more likely to slide.
Yeah, you could not push this over. You would actually have to table flip to push this over.
Yeah.
That cannot be done. And that was at maximum height. Alright, anyway, so let's go down to a sensible height.
There you go.
That's slick as hell, I love that.
And this is the sitting height.
That's the sitting height we set. So this is a height where it would be sensible if you were in a chair. So, as I was saying, I previously had my hot air and my power supply stacked at the edge of the desk like this. And that was so there was room for the monitors to come around here. So now though, we do that. I can now have the monitors banked, and because I've got all of this extra depth now, I can now put this stuff back here and reclaim all of this front part of the desk.
I would say you want them the other way around.
I was about to say, I'm going to swap those around so the hot air, because the hot air hose gets in the way of everything.
And also with it on that side, you can just do that.
Yeah, that'd be like that. So I'm just gonna swing this out the back just so it's not blocking views again. So if you shuffle along a sec. So if I was sitting, say, here, where's a stool? There's a stool that'll do. Ooh, where's the preview? Yeah. So if I was sitting here, so sitting position now, I can now drop my heckin' hot air hose. Right. It's gonna be there. I'm used to this hose hanging off the front. I'll have to figure out a position for that. So that would be there, and I'd pick that up and go hot airing. And I've actually got all of this reach with the hot air now, where previously, because it was over here, the hose had to come out like this, and I actually lost quite a lot of the hose length. So that now does that.
How terrible would it be to have the hot air here instead? So it's coming out straight. Oh,
that'd be bad because it'd go across.
When it's resting, it would be a pain.
Yeah, and also it would just come across whatever it is I'm trying to hot air. So yeah, it has to be over there. Although most people put their hot air in their left hand and use the right hand with the tweezers. I'm weird and I do it the other way around for whatever reason. So yeah, I'd have that over there. And then I've got the power supply there, which doesn't get used very often, but when you need it, sort of thing. Yeah, so that works. Previously, I didn't have the depth for that, so that's rad. So we can do that. So let's bring that back in.
Nope.
And I've got my programmer, which is going to sit just there-ish. Hypothetically, no, we don't have the cable length for that. Yeah, that needs. I'll detach this from the side and put that somewhere else.
Pass it here. I'll pull it from this side.
Yeah. Oop.
And then go around like.
Yeah.
That. Just it's.
This will need to be relocated and put somewhere else. So yeah, that would go there. So then yeah, I've got my programmer there, which I pull out when I need it. So now I've got space for an actual keyboard and mouse, and yeah, they're allowing for the fact that I would now use. I've got gallons of space now. Yeah. I would need time to sit down and set this all up now, I think.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I can reasonably do at this point. Is there anything else that we can actually demonstrate, or are we done?
I think so specifically. I think we're basically done at the moment.
Yeah.
There's going to be lots of...
There's lots of work to do, but yeah, I don't think there's anything that I can actually meaningfully do on stream at this point. So, shall we... I'm going to move that back a bit again.
Yeah.
Let's adjust the camera again and just go for an us two. And then we can just catch up on the chat. And then, to be honest, what's the timer at? 2:27. Yeah, I think we're about done, if I'm honest. We're going for the up nostril shot. There we go.
Well,
hello.
We kind of have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, right. So I'm going to have a look. If they were CRTs, crash and bang. Who's using CRTs on a standing desk? Come on. Hypothetically, would it... Yeah, no. Well, so the wobble was extreme. While I'm actually sitting and working on this is... Yeah.
The monitors wobble, but monitor arms always wobble.
The monitors are making a very extreme... making it look a lot worse than it is.
Monitor arms wobble like that on a standard, solid oak desk.
Yeah, I mean they wobbled like that on the old bench, and the old bench didn't move.
Yeah.
But if I bumped it deliberately, the monitors would wobble. That was just a thing that happened. Yeah. So the monitors are making it look a lot worse than it is.
The actual bench.
Yeah. Have we got enough cable length for the PC? Yes, because the PC will be up on a slight stand anyway.
Yeah, there's... where's it gone?
I moved it out here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's a box that's like... Yeah. 30, 35 centimetres tall.
Yeah, it's a small bookcase.
Yeah, which would go underneath the tower, so it gives way more height.
Yeah. Let's see.
Because this height's actually the same height as the other bench was. So it's not actually that much taller, effectively.
Why the monitor's not on the left side? So there's a bit more space for open space. So like if I'm working on... If I'm working on a desktop computer, I've still got a very open space over here that doesn't have equipment and mouse and keyboard encroaching on it.
It's also, for me, I work this way round as well. Yeah. So I will sit on the right-hand side of a desk and work left.
Yeah.
Mostly just because it means my mouse won't stray into my working area. It's constrained by my keyboard, effectively.
Yeah, I agree.
Because if I was working to my right, my mouse could stray into my working area, and I could put stuff on it and things like that.
Yeah.
It's a minor concern, but it's kind of how I thought, and also just a case of, with the way that the room I sit in is set up, it's easy to access the desk from the left, not from the right. So I want nothing on the left-hand side, so you can't knock stuff flying.
Yeah.
And because this is going to end up against that wall, it makes more sense to make any dead space into a wall than make dead space into a room. Because having the monitors here, when this is the walking side of a desk, means they're in the way.
Yeah.
Whereas if they're on that side of a desk and this desk is against a wall, you're not walking down that side, so the monitors are well out of the way.
Yeah, it's also visual obstruction as well. We're opening up we're opening up the centre of the room, which minimises the visual obstruction of them.
Yeah.
So yeah. Someone asked if it still goes up and down with me on it. Let's find out. Because I'm going to put it to the test.
Oh God, Are you sure? Okay.
Okay, I'm sitting on it. I'm going to push the button. Here we go. Oh. It sounds a lot more poorly, but it's ascending. Yeah, you did it. Any observations?
There is a slight bug.
It doesn't, so it's not particularly happy.
You're also not set in the centre.
Fair enough.
Which is why it's leaning that way.
Okay, yeah.
However...
Yeah, it's not particularly happy, but it can do it.
Yeah, it's absolutely fine.
Yeah. And again, it's just like, you're not supposed to ride the desk, so... However, that's the thing about a review. I didn't pay for it, so let's find out if it can do it, you know. Thank you, Jeeves. There you go, folks.
I've now got dirty foot marks all over it.
Gross. Who the hell did that? Didn't even take my shoes off before standing on the desk. Magic smoke time. There we go, it did it. I'm not going to do that repeatedly. I think that's a recipe for disaster. However, it did achieve it, and without the load on it now, yeah. How hot's the motor? I mean, I don't know if motors warm up, but it's not hot. So, yeah. There we go. This desk is not a ride. Yes. When using a thicker desk, it will be more stable. Yeah, probably, because there would be less flex on here, because obviously at this point, that was not bearing my weight. It was the strut bar that was bearing my weight.
Yeah. Also the case of this has only got 4 screws in it, and it can have another 6.
Yeah, that as well.
We've only partially screwed it in because we're testing, and this piece of wood's getting replaced at some point soon-ish.
Yeah. Again, I need to run the numbers on the weight of the kitchen countertop, because I would like to use that. But I don't want to put excessive weight on there if I don't have to. We're well, on account that I don't need to ride the desk, we're currently well within the weight allowances.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I think even if it's really heavy, I could put it on there. But I'd like to run the numbers. I don't want 40 kilograms of weight of kitchen countertop on there.
Yeah.
But if the kitchen countertop is like 10 kilograms...
Yeah. Well, it's not going to be massively heavy.
Yeah, I think it's going to be about... I think this amount in kitchen countertop would probably be about 15, maybe 20, would be my guess. So it's going to be a lot. But again, on account that we calculated that all of the equipment is not going to be more than 40, worst case scenario, 20 kilograms worth of kitchen countertop is still within the limit.
Yeah.
And room to spare. So, yeah. So yeah, that'll be that. Let's see. When you use this, dancing on the desk, absolutely not. Now let's try Caradog.
I don't trust the MDF.
Yes. Good. All right. Some dude was swinging in a hammock under his motorized desk. Fair enough. That's a thing that you can do. It looks like Laurel and Hardy moving the piano. There's been a lot of Laurel and Hardy references to us. I think it's a good one, but to be honest, they're some of the legends, so I'll take that as a... I'm standing right in front of the camera. Sorry, everyone. I'm just like here. Let's not be doing that. So yes, very good. The door chime stream was the best. The door chime stream was a good one.
Oh, you had to recharge it?
I did have to recharge it. It only lasted 6 months. It was very disappointing. So yes, I have to recharge my doorbell every 6 months is the current status of that. But on the flip side, I could just put a bigger LiPo on it.
I'm waiting for you to put a 5 amp hour cell on there.
Yeah. I could put a bigger LiPo on there, and just the self-discharge is actually the limiting factor.
Yeah.
But yes. I will put something bigger on there because the battery, the cell that we used for the door chime, doesn't even fit inside the door chime anyway. So at that point, there's no point in it being a tiny cell. Yeah. It was a 200 milliamp hour cell. So like I've got like 2 amp hour cells lying around, like old laptop battery ones.
Well, you've also got that. There's that set of 3 cells where one of them's gone. That I brought up randomly and left it because I forgot.
Yeah.
And you can steal one off of that quite
easily.
easily.
Could do, yeah. So yeah, I've got cells lying around, so I could put a big ass cell on it that would last probably years at that point. So that's what I need to do. Why is there a hole in the roof? Oh yeah, there's a leak in the roof. There's a leak in the roof, and that tile is moved just because recently I did have some catch trays that were taking care of it, but some new stains appeared, which meant that my catch trays weren't in the right place. So yeah, that's sitting there to one side because I need to set up new catch trays. And a blood stain. It's not blood. It's just dirty rainwater. So yes. Firebrand, how was the LAN party? The LAN party was great. I was at LAN Raiders last week. It was very good. First time LAN Raiders has run since the pandemic started, and it was a really good return to form. It's a very casual LAN party. It's very much... We did actually get a lot of multiplayer gaming done, actually. We had a good time. But it's very unstructured. So the next time it's running, I'll probably throw out some ads for it and just be like, hey, this is on if anyone wants to come and you're in the UK and you can get to the south, But again...
make it sound like there's a wall that needs scaling.
Yeah. Well,
if you northerners can make it to the south,
I don't want those northerners to come down. No, this is for true Englishmen only. So yes, have I built the kids' PC yet? Yes, that was all done. The PC actually got built and shipped weeks ago, and that is done, and it's all gone well. I'm just still in the process of editing the video. There were problems with the recording, the audio. The audio was not lost, but the audio is mangled. So
the audio is a loss.
Yeah. So the editing is extremely complicated because I need to do a lot of voiceover work and introduction and outro and stuff like that, which is outside of my normal workflow. So that video is taking a long time because it's a very complicated production for me to do. So yeah. Do I do autographs? Not particularly, if I'm honest, just because, if someone showed up and just like, could you sign this? I'm like, sure. I don't think my autograph is that valuable, if I'm honest. But, if you really wanted to, sure. So, yeah. Okay, right. Cat killed rat now. Yes. Right. Reading. We're getting regionist. Yes, indeed. Unsubscribes. Love a Yorkshireman. Yeah. Excellent. I am joking. Just to be absolutely clear, this is a joke. That was a joke. Just because, literally, there are some people in the comments that just, my God, that we have made jokes before on stream, and there have been people who have unsubscribed over a joke we've made, and it's just like, my God, my dude, it was a joke. We were not serious. If you thought we were serious, So, yes. Anyway... Thanks, Dale. Thanks for the confirmation. So, yeah. Right, anyway, let's see. I think we're all finished. I have backread the chat. So, the table, yeah, that was it. It seems pretty good. Time will tell now. I'm going to daily drive this for a couple of weeks and see how I get on with it. And it might be that over the course of the next couple of weeks, I use this and I'm like, you know what, this isn't working. I might be too wobbly, or I might find that it just doesn't work out, or it might fail. Someone asked earlier on, how often do I think I'm going to be adjusting the height? I think I'm going to do it once or twice a day, because legitimately, during the course of a day, if I'm taking apart a laptop, I prefer to be standing. Whereas if I'm actually, if I'm just disassembling a laptop to pull the hard drive out, I want to be standing because it's going to take me 5 minutes. I just need to buzz the screws out, rip the hard drive out, and then go and plug it into the backup machine. And I want to be standing for that. And when I'm doing that on the old bench, I'm currently doing that over the laptop, which is bad on the back. You don't want to be doing that every day. That's a recipe for a knackered back. Whereas if I'm actually doing repair work on a laptop, I'm going to sit down to do it. And in which case, I'm probably going to put it in a lower position. So I reckon I'm going to change it once or twice a day, maybe every other day. So let's pretend once a day on average. I think I'm going to change the height of this desk reasonably frequently, which is why I was interested in seeing if I could do it.
Yeah.
Like when I was offered a standing desk for a review, my first instance was just like, I guess I could put it on the shop floor as a customer kiosk so people could browse the internet or print something out. But then I thought, but what if I used it in the workshop? And that's the angle that this review is going to take is, could you use this a standing desk as a workshop bench? That's what I want to find out. So I'm going to put that to the test. I don't know if it'll work out or not. My first impressions, I think it's cool, but also I've never used an electric standing desk before, so the novelty is there. Give it a week for the novelty to wear off, and we'll find out what I really think.
Yeah.
So
I think that's the main thing with
Yeah.
an awful lot of stuff is you need to use it for a week.
Yeah, exactly
Then
that.
review it.
Yeah, like tools are a really big thing. Tools, you have to use tools for 6 months before you actually know if they're good or not. You know, like for example, when I first got the iFixit kit, I was like, this iFixit kit is really good. The iFixit screwdrivers I've got have got more wear and tear on them than the wearers that I've had for 5 years.
Yeah.
They're less than a year old.
Yeah.
Make of that what you will. However, again, this is a professional environment.
Yeah.
Hobbyist, enthusiast at home, you're not doing the same workload that I am.
Yeah.
Which is not I'm more serious than you are. When you're doing it daily, stuff gets hammered.
Yeah.
When I use screwdrivers, I am brutalizing them. I am here to do a job. When I'm taking a computer apart, I'm tearing it down because I'm on the clock and I have a job to do. Whereas when you're at home and you've got all the time in the world, you go carefully. You don't brutalize your tools. You go easy on them because they cost you money. For me, it's a tool. It has a job to do. I will be rude to my screwdrivers. I will tear them out. If it's stripping the head, it strips the head. You throw the screw out and you put a new one in. So that's the thing. That iFixit kit is getting brutalized at the moment.
Yeah.
The wearers can take it. The iFixit kit, not so much. But it's also a really nice kit. And for an enthusiast, this is not an intentional review of this, by the way, but my point is, having used it for 6 months, I'm revealing the weaknesses of it. You could not see those weaknesses in the first week.
No, absolutely.
So yeah, that's the thing. It'll be a few weeks for me to actually formulate an opinion on this. So that's the thing.
The initial first look at it, though, kind of comment is a case of it functions.
Yeah, it's a bit
it functioning is slightly higher than my expectation going in.
Yeah, it does what it's set out to do. It seems to carry the weight it's set out. I don't know how much I weigh in kilograms. What's 9 stone in kilograms? I'm
11.
I'm very underweight. So yeah, it seems like it can certainly lift 70 kilograms because I can't believe that I'm, with the monitors on there and me, that can't be less than 70.
Yeah.
So yeah, it seems to do what it advertises, and I want to find out if it's actually useful long term. So we'll find out in a couple of weeks. I'll write the review and make the video about it. 57 kilograms, bloody hell, that's depressing. Oh well. Well, 57 kilograms plus another 5 for this lot. So we were pushing. So we were probably pushing 65 kilograms on the desk when I rode on it just then.
Yeah.
But it was laboured, but it wasn't going.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was laboured but not stressed. So
it hasn't broken thus far.
Yeah,
it's done it twice.
Yeah, and we've been sitting here.
Therefore, one of them wasn't a fluke.
Yeah, exactly. So. First impressions, it seems to do the job. It wobbles a bit, but it's one of the cheapest electric desks that money can buy. What did you expect?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to ride it for. I'm not going to ride it. I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it for a couple of weeks, and we'll see how it does. So yeah. Anyway, that's it. We're going to wrap up. And also, what do I eat? I don't know. I don't know if I've got fast metabolism or what. I don't know.
Or you just don't eat.
I do eat, and I don't eat healthily. I mean, I don't eat unhealthily, but I don't watch what I eat. I'm not a health nut.
Next week, 2 guys fix a table motor.
Yeah, we'll find out. How tall am I? I don't know. I'm 6 foot, maybe 5'10", 5'11", something like that. So yeah, but yeah, I mean that. Yeah, I'm not thick anyway. For years, my mother said to me, "You'll fill out when you get older." Never happened. So yeah. Anyway, we're going to wrap up. So yeah, let's see. I think the point of those iFixit kits is more to have all the specialty bits you need for specific repair jobs, not to hold up to professional workloads. I think that's a reasonable thing to say.
Yeah.
So yeah, and don't get me wrong. This is why I said good for enthusiasts. I'm not slating iFixit kits here. I'm not saying you shouldn't buy them. I'm just saying they do not They are not as tough as Wera screwdrivers are. And Wera are professional screwdrivers that are designed to be beaten every day.
They're also like
twice the price.
Yeah, they're like a £5 each.
Yeah, Wera screwdrivers are between £5 and £10 each. So yeah, I would slate the price. Yeah, this is true. I think with iFixit stuff, you're paying for the fact that it is a pre-assembled kit with all the bits that you need in it. There is some convenience cost mixed in there.
But also,
and convenience is expensive.
They do certainly advertise an unlimited warranty or a non-time limited warranty.
Oh, there you go then.
So if there is a non-time limited warranty.
Yeah. I mean, my kit was a gift. It was gifted to me, and it was probably bought in America. So I don't know if that's an international warranty. But if I did actually manage to shred those screwdrivers, I might actually put the warranty to the test and just find out. Yeah. Because like I would contact them, not say who I was, and just say, hey, look, I shredded my iFixit screwdrivers. Would you replace them? And if they did, I'd be like, hell yeah, you know.
Yeah.
And if they didn't, I'd be like, to be honest, it was a gift that was bought in America, so you know.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Right. We're wrapping up. Thank you everyone for joining in. Thanks for the super chats. Thanks for coming out and hanging out as always. We'll be back next Saturday with something. I'm not sure what. I don't know what yet.
Content will be generated.
Yeah, we'll find
in
some
content. Form or another.
Yeah. There's a severe danger that we're going to be trying and fix a 280X at some point, because I've got a 280X that needs some new memory chips, and I kind of want to try and replace them. Not because it's worth doing, but for science. So we might take another swing at graphics card repair. There's severe danger of that. So yeah, iFixit spends loads of money on YouTube channels promoting them. Yeah, I don't think that's a bad thing. I think they're good kits, and if iFixit came a knocking and said to me, hey, do you want a sponsorship? I would quite happily shill iFixit kits, because also I think iFixit deserve the benefit of the doubt for the work they're doing in the repair industry.
Yeah, certainly a case of, because they're the companies that like Microsoft has partnered with to sell their parts and things like that. And whilst obviously that's not great that they're only available from a single source, at least it's a case of it's technically an independent source. At least it's available,
yeah.
And also the case of at least they're available.
Yeah, and I think iFixit are a trustworthy source as well.
Yeah.
And again, like the kits, yeah, if we want to talk about value for money, they might not be the best bang for buck, but value for money is value for money and good product or not. Again, I think they're reasonably priced. I don't think iFixit have an obligation to give you a bargain price. If you want bargain prices, you have to go shopping. Whereas iFixit, they're saying, here is a pre-assembled kit with all the bits you need in it, and a really nice presentation and a really nice box, and it costs this much. You can charge extra for that. Because if you're not willing to pay for that, then go and buy your screwdrivers one by one. Because Wera don't have a good kit. The Wera kits are garbage. Well, no, I'll rephrase that. Wera kits are designed for electricians, so they're full of slotted screwdrivers, which are useless for electronics repair.
Yeah.
However, for electricians, slotted screwdrivers are still very common, which is why they're there. But whatever. Anyway, we're going because I'm rambling now. Thank you, everyone. See you all soon. I'm going to hit end stream.
Fair enough. I was creeping closer and closer.
Yes, I had noticed. I was like, okay, I gotta go.
Given the fact you said we were leaving like 7 times now.
But then I started enjoying. Bye.